goal.
Oh, J-Pod. A J-Pod special. One step, left leg, bang. J-Pod gets his second. Crows go at 39 points on the Kerala Smart Dollar scoreboard. And Mr. Phil Hoffman popped that one. That's a goal of the day.
That was a goal of the day contender. Pod sending a real spark. He wouldn't have kicked that last week, but all of a sudden, this team is up and about.
They're on.
And such an even spread of contributor or two starring tonight is about a team effort. Thompson with 10, Sloan with 9, Smith with 8, Jim 7. Listen to the crowd. They know the importance of the game. They're involved as well. 19th man finds their voice.
Any bets running up to Pod's Adelaide saying not as good as my goal though, J-Pod. His is a beauty. And Adelaide are in tip-top form. Gee, it tripped surely to Dangerfield. Not paid, doesn't matter. The cavalry got the back up there. Lead goes out. Dangerfield again, 1-2 efforts, really good. Well, they're on song, as we said. We could see the energy right from the start. Something lacking last week in Perth, but look at that scoreboard, 47-8. Care Alert Smart Dollar scoreboard. All the Crows, the way they're playing, you can see the margin blowing out even more. So Goldstein and Jacobs, ball comes to ground. They're rusty because of the pressure now from Adelaide. Jacobs again, hacks it towards half-foot. Pod to Adelaide, nice contested mark. Plays on quickly, kicks the pocket. Eddie Betts lurking, Adelaide Betts, and a point, I think. Yeah, Jenkins got beaten the ball over the line, but they are pressing and pressing hard. The margin out to 40 points. 40 points on the Care Alert Smart Dollar.
We'll get it into one-on-ones inside 50. Very efficient, the Crows. What have they had? 13 scoring shots for 3. 10 more scoring shots. Probably 10 more inside 50s. Stats for any time at fitness. Crows lead by 40. D'Alessandro kicks to himself, comes out this western flank. Big men will fly. Yes! Was a little man who flew. Benny Rutten held his man off in Tarrant, and Yents took an Adelaide Fresh and Tony's mark of the day. Squirts it forward. Carriage couldn't quite get there. Chopping in was Adams. The pressure inside 50, the Crows outstanding. Adams had to empty out. Yents will take another mark between half-forward and wing on the centre side. So Yents now looks for Walker. Jenkins. Podgy Adley wants it. Kerridge is saying, I want it. He goes now to the outer side. He's got to get over that player. Oh, it just got over his head. That was very lucky. He was looking for Jacobs. Jacobs has got it. Goes forward to Radar Reilly at centre half forward. Reilly now back pedals. Crows by 40 points. They can really put the sword to him here at the 11-minute mark. Spears it forward. Jenkins didn't even put his arms up and missed the whole damn thing. And D'Alessandro will mop up.
Yeah, clever player Nick D'Alessandro did well through traffic, but Kangaroos can't get inside their forward 50. They've really struggled. Zeeble tapped it down. Now they're a chance if they get some clean ball. Farida on the end of it. Spears went up towards Swallow. Swallow's back there. So to Reilly, he can run. He's not a young man anymore. Did well Brent Reilly. Did really well. And took the ball over and out, left full forward puck to the Kangaroos. They've barely been inside attack.
Swallow looked like a bloke on it with a wooden leg, didn't he, on that occasion? Reilly gave him 5 metres head start, beat him to the ball. Swallow not fit. That's bad signs for the Kangaroos.
Yeah, coming off that bad Achilles injury, missed the best part of the year. Goldstein to Nahas to Harvey. Harvey wants to do it on his own. Cuts in board to Greenwood. Got round 1-2. It's out of bound before full. Margin stays at 40. And we've gone 13 minutes in the second quarter.
I think Levi Greenwood thought he was Eddie Betts. And there's only one Eddie Betts.
Right, the checks he can't
There's only one. That's the margin Adelaide. 13 minutes second quarter. You told me not to sing today. I'll tell you what, he's seen last quarter if they're up. Big man flies. He's on the Douglas. Douglas kicking around his body really quick. Up goes Mullet. He's taken a great mark centre in West End side.
Boys. You don't rate us.
Just singing.
Okay, the ball Mullet. Up to half-forward. They can't buy a mark. Adelaide can't get strong. Luke Brown. Good at Adelaide Fresh. Tony and Mark like right on with Brown. They've been stuck bone on one goal, North Melbourne.
What was that?
Brown.
Off of one step.
Hit Cunnington on the chest. Cunnington 60 up from goal. Says, I've got to go for home. Can someone take a mark? Pack go up. Pod gently drop one. Drop the sitter. Hanson now applies the clamp at the head of the goal square.
He's going to play ball.
He is Bone.
Serious.
You read his mind.
Hey, Nahas off the ground too, boys. That shoulder, left one's gone. So, yeah, good and bad for North Melbourne.
Let know with your carbone replay. Bunge, you're a fair-minded footballer. We've got to change this rule. This is wrecking the game. Prior opportunity.
Where was his opportunity, Brent? ground he did was get the ball got front,
This is a
punched into his
disgrace.
chest. He took the ball and got wrapped up straight away. Didn't have any opportunity whatsoever.
They can fix this. Mr. Mark Evans, please. I beg you.
Hansen for his first goal of the year. Bangs it through. They needed that one just to keep the game alive. 7-6 to 2-2. They got it via a free kick. 10 metres out directly in front. The crowd don't like it at all. Horrible decision.
They've got to fix that, Wills. Honestly, it's wrecking the game.
We say it every year, though, don't we? They don't fix it. They don't fix
Because
it.
everyone's
Here
too
we go.
scared
Have a
to have
look
a crack. Where was his prior opportunity?
No way could he get that out, Bone.
No, you got one thing right though. He was circling. He wasn't running in.
No.
He was circling.
When they run in,
man
I've
green.
noticed, when they run in straight, it's a ball up. When they start the circle, you're gone. Bunch, you're gone. Mr. Mark Evans, please. Please, if Gil McLaughlin's here, please. You're wrecking the game. 50,000 here watching a spectacle, and we have a look at that crap. It's not the umpire's fault. 34 points. Arjun Jenkins now wins it. Ball on the ground. Paddy's trying to work himself into it. Zeeble wraps him up. Didn't have the ball. Well done, Paddy. He's got a free kick in the middle of the ground. So 7-6-2-2, much more points on the Keralert Smart Dollar scoreboard. Just since Paddy's working himself into the game. Plays on now with those pace of him. Goes long to the half-forward line. Podsiadly's everywhere. On the ground. Good work, Righty. Gave it back to Jenkins. Sees a player on the left shoot. Great vision. And Douglas's mark from about 50 metres directly in front. That was a great leg by Jenkins. Great vision. And Dooksy Douglas will have a shot at goal towards the bank net from 55 metres. And if anyone can kick it, Dooksy can. He got a lovely leg. So here he comes. Richard Dooksy Douglas at the 15-minute mark. He knows he can make the journey. From 55 metres off the 4 steps goes bang. He's pulled it a little bit. And I tell you what, it swung back. And then swung back again, and then went back where it was going, through for a point. Goodness me. 7-7-49 to 2-2-14. That margin, 35 points.
In the other game, Brisbane line 7-2-44. Greater Western Sydney 5-4-34. So a 10-point ball game up in Brisbane. North Melbourne kicked the last goal, but it's been all Adelaide Crows. 14 scoring shots to 4. They've absolutely dominated here tonight. And North Melbourne hanging on for dear life. A long penetrating kick back towards the other side. 2-on-1 has been that way most of the night. Hard. He's found FedEx and a lot of toe. He carried the ball 30 metres without picking it up. But it goes out of bounds on the other side.
If the Crows could play every second week, they're the best fortnight team in the land. That'd be top of the list.
That's true.
It's good.
They need a bye every second
Call it
week.
fortnights.
Okay, so Jenkins and Goldstein. You think the Kangaroos will ever go, though?
Oh, they will.
Gibson around the body, cocked it up again. And Reilly on there and takes a nice mark.
Plays together. Their use of the ball's been diabolical tonight.
Reilly finds Daniel Talia all on his own. Needs to hit his target and did in Brown, so they went via the Cape, and now they've got the ball at half-back on the western side. Crows going towards the River Torrens end here. 8 minutes gone in the second quarter. 5AA footy, Agostino Mitsubishi, Archer Hotel, North Adelaide. Crows away, kick it, big with Talia, nice mark. They're still in the same spot they've been for the last 45 seconds. Short ball, Nandy Ott. Ott now marks. So the numbers getting behind the ball. Nice kick to Smith. Laird got away. Brody tried to draw the 50-metre. Talia again. 4 possession in a minute. Goes long up towards Dangerfield. The umpire says 52 out from goal. Somehow Dangerfield got leg the ball. Dave Neer ends up with McKay round the body. Can they take a mark? Walker's in. No, it's a North Melbourne mark. It's a very good mark taken by Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen now plays on to the outer side. Del Santo's got it, draws his man, gives it over the top to Mullet. He now gives it to Gibson, and he's on the right-hand half-back flank. He chips it over the top to Swallow. J-Pod need him right in the back. He's 4. Well done, J-Pod. Ball on the ground. Jens gave on the up. Wasn't good enough. Coming through is Douglas. He's on hands and knees on the outer side wing. Stacks on the mill. Umpire runs straight in. He'll ball that up. Yep, he didn't do the big swallow.
That kick to Swallow was a shocker though, wasn't it? Set him up badly.
Did you see him? He hasn't broken a gallop since he got knocked over. He is dead.
Crows by 35, outer side wing. Jacobs has started well. playing in front, grid on him, about 65 metres around from that left-hand point post. 7-7-49 to 2-2-14, the Care Alert Smart Dollar scoreboard. Crows are up by 35 points. Boundary throwing again. Jacobs, Goldstein, Jacobs. Well done, Thompson. He sharked it on hands and knees. Somehow it's back in the hand and he empties it out of swing.
Looking third ball again, out of bounds to centre wing. So only the one has been absolutely fantastic. They have a sub in Anthony warming up for the Kangaroos. You think it might be
Swallow? He's got to come from the ground. Unless it's Nahas, of course.
Nahas in the arm as well. So kicking the forward line, 2-on-1. Walker! Walker beat them. Now he can kick this. Will he go back? Oh, he kicked straight the man. Tex. Once again, the rust came in. Farito running. It hasn't been sighted since. Dowsando in there. Greenwood put his head down. Got the ball out, but not for long. Dave McKay. Free kick, surely. Well, he's given it a push. He's around the net. Doesn't matter. End result's correct.
We need the Crows runner to run out some CRC, I reckon. Some spray for
a
Tex.
Bit of rust. He crashed the pack. If you can get the mark, he was going to make sure Frito and it goes out of bounds. Goal. Lead by 35 points.
Walker crashed into Paddy and Paddy gave him a spray. You're doing, I was all over that. But no, you weren't. Leave it for me. 35 points the margin Adelaide's way. Swallow. He's a courageous player. Gets it back on the old 1-2. Long through the corridor. Black playing in front from bomb behind. Andy Otten. The bodywork of Benny Rutten, don't ever underestimate that. Have a look at that on the no-wiki carbone replay. It was just superb. Big long kick by Otten. Paddy D got pushed out of it. Somehow he's still going to win it. Or coming through Dal Santos. Zeeble handles to Adams to Swallow. He's courageous. Swallow on the right leg. Benny Rutten will stay there and go hop, forward. And Taylor Pickford, he's the mark of the day.
Yeah, lights are on, but no one home. That's for sure. Every time they go up. Absolutely 3-on-1. Rory Sloane gets in on the party. He's on the true centre wing. Can he go long? Goes out even wider now. Adelaide have the numbers out wide and Wright takes possession. 7-7 to 2-2. Been a bit of a lull in play. Brisbane lead by 10 points over Greater Western Sydney. Sydney too good for Port in the thriller. And West Coast too good for Gold Coast, another thriller. Nice mark to Sloane. Rory Sloane plays on, looks at the goals. Across the face of goal, Jacobs here. The big claw came over. Inspector Gadget couldn't quite get over Frito. And he goes out of play.
The reason why they can't get the ball forward, Bone, is because they're dropping two blokes behind the footy at the moment. They've got Bastanak and Goldstein when he's playing off Saucy. He's just dropping back in the hole. So Crows just got to be a bit patient when they move the ball forward.
Jacobs wins it. Zeeble got it. Gave it off to Adams. He had to kick it outside 50. Playing in front's Petrie. Right Williams Tarley, and it's gone out of bounds between wing and half forward on the western flank. 35 points to the margin the Crows way on the Care Alert Smart Dollar scoreboard. 22 minutes gone. They've been terrific, the Crows. The stoppage work, clean hands, really valuing ball in hand and hitting their targets. Boundary thrown again. Jacobs again in front, gets it down. Zeeble somehow got in front of Thompson. Soccering off the ground again was Adams. Coming through is Douglas. Great pressure by the Crows. Goes forward now. Jenkinson's there. They need a crummer on the ground. It was Kerridge. Farito's got it from the right-hand half-back flank. Goes long up onto this wing. Brown's there. Thomas is behind. Oh, what a great mark, Thomas. Handballs off to Adams and away go the Kangas.
Finds Cunnington now, the real chance. Who finds Green, but that's a lovely kick. It's a really good kick. 1-on-1. Petrie down there. Almost out marked. He recovers. Should be a free kick. Talia.
Oh, well done, Reilly.
Touched. Well, should have been a free kick. Talia got manhandled. He's pleading his case.
But why isn't that a free kick?
I bet he got grabbed. You all see the same
just
way?
Just ridiculous.
So a point to the Kangaroos. 49-14. Margin 35 once again. Matt Crouch goes out wide, takes his time.
Wilds, it was just the 14th time the Kangas have been inside 50. The Crows, fertile.
So Smith now along the wing, looking for Sloane. Nice touch here by McDonald. And Wright goes out of bounds, out of sides. Into time on. 23.5 minutes gone, second quarter, and Adelaide have a decisive lead. They lead by 34 points.
Nahas has come back on too, boys. He's playing up forward. He's got his left elbow very heavily strapped.
Our Total Investment Property Solutions analyser, Andrew McLeod. Crows by 34, out of side wing. The ball's bobbing around. McKay wraps up Adams.
Great tackle, kid.
And that's a great tackle. Umpire's circling. Somehow he got it back in.
It's got to be ball.
And now the umpire comes in, balls up on the outer side wing. 7-7 to 2-3. Crows have been terrific. Lions 10 points up over GWS thanks to Paraford Airport Liquor Store Powers. Up they go. Goldley ugly. Jenkins had to sit under it with Thompson handled over the back of the pack, and away go the Kangaroos.
Yeah, that counter CRC will come out at half-time as Adelaide goes away. Kangaroos, every time they look up, there's not a lot on offer. This time they go out wide. That's a neater kick. Black on the end of it, plays on. Kicks towards Harvey, coming out even wider.
Play on, says the umpire.
Called to play on Talia's grab. Easy, not bowling the ball. Talia did well, little toe poke. Black having a dance on the outer side. Black, Button, Harvey trying hard out. What a champion player he's been over a long time. Ran in and out of trouble, gave it to Adelaide. Adelaide was big lucky hands and couldn't take it. Good mark to Gibson. No, not played. Spice enough. Popped it over the goal on Spice hat. So just McDermott won against the tide there to hand him off the Kangaroos before half-time. The margin cut to 28.
Well, maybe hope for Kangaroos. Hornets, what points the margin? You're right, Wilds, and it was Levi Green who's leading the stat sheet for the 15 touches. His job on Dangerfield early is very, very good. 14 to Swallow, 14 to Harvey. A couple of stars for the Kangas getting involved in the play. Scotty Thompson leads the Crows with 12. Crows have done it as a team. Rory Sloan 11, Bubba Smith 11, 10 to Paddy D.
9-3-57 the Lions, the 6-4 of 40 GWS. Our fresh scores for Paraford Airport lift score 128 points bunch.
I reckon that Kangaroos just wrestled back a bit of momentum in the last 5 or 7 minutes, but Crows just need to make a bit better, make a bit better decisions in their forward 50.
Jacobs didn't win it. Goldstein gave it to Adams, goes forward. Otten goes back with the ball, running with the fist. Reilly's crumb was outstanding. The beast fit. Gave it Hay with a bounce. Here's the run you want, Bone. Up onto the wing, right leg. Podsie Adley was really strong. Takes the mark. He took his eyes off it and dropped it coming through his carriage. That was a real chance gone begging there on the half-back flank. Ferrito goes forward and the mark's been taken by Adams. That was a big let-off. Cunningham goes by 28. Eddie Betts couldn't quite snap it off. Del Santo with the crumb. One bounce onto the half-back flank, up onto the wing now to Greenwood. Goodness me, he's giving Paddy D a you-know-what. Goes long to the half-forward flank. Coming out was Laird and Harvey. Harvey and Laird. Riley in his Gibson has got it, so too Harvey. And it's gone out of bounds on that right-hand half-forward flank. A boundary throw-in. 7-7-49 Adelaide. North Melbourne 3-3-21. 27 minutes gone, second quarter. It's Crows by 28.
Yeah, I agree with Bungie, but the game has turned slightly. North Melbourne certainly had a bit of ball. Adelaide now bomb it. Ferrito, the only man standing there, takes a nice mark in the centre. Draws Jenkins, then goes long towards full forward. Getting back, Bastanak didn't go.
Had to go.
Bastanak actually perhaps pulled out, then Kerridge on the end of it, runs towards the wing here. Can Adelaide get one before
Jenkins
half
will get
time?
it. Give it to Jenkins.
Kerridge goes back to Podsie Adley. He might go back even further. Short pull, dangerous ball, or Douglas did go. He went hard at it and got crunched. He might hurt himself there. Ball comes to McDonald, then kick to Thomas. Thomas marks, plays on quickly. Lindsay Thomas for a second and bangs it through.
Turn.
So against the tide, they've got 2 in the last couple of minutes. I reckon Adelaide would like the bell. 7-7-49 to 4-3-27. Thomas's second goal. I just sense the game has turned.
It has turned, make no mistake. Wills, not only 2 in the last couple of minutes, but they've kicked the last 3. So all of a sudden, that lead of 40 points has now shrunk to 22. Started to find their feet. They've been in a storm. The Crows got in front. Here come the Kangas. They did it against Richmond. They're doing it again tonight.
You know what? Why would they play safe footy in time on again? Honestly, just keep attacking, Bones.
Bad decision making that's going on there. They just got to hit easy targets instead of trying to manufacture something that's not there.
Goldstein again won it out of the centre square. Well done, Jacobs. So it's Crows by 22. They got as much as 40 points up. Ball inside 50. They have plenty of the ball. They need to get a goal here.
Here it is.
Here's Eddie Betts. Oh, it's a free kick. It's got to be a free kick. When you play with speed and you just run through the contest, you draw a free kick. And Eddie's got it 30 out directly in front. Our total investment property solutionaliser, Andrew McLeod's going, see what you do when you attack, Punch.
But that's the pressure that you put them under as a team. If you can actually get the ball and give your forwards that opportunity, play with speed, get it in there.
Well done, little Eddie Betts. He's got his third. Crows 28, the Carolina Smart Goal scoreboard.
Yeah, good stuff there. Exactly what the crowd enjoyed. A massive roar went up the ground. We've called Eddie to kick 5 tonight. He's got his 21st goal for the year, right on the siren. And once again, a very handy lead of 28 points. Just through the goal scores before we go to a break. Goldschitz, Kerridge kicked the goal. Tick Walker got one right, one Podge Adelaide a couple. And for the Kangaroos, 2 to Thomas, Sings to Hanson and Greenwood. Adelaide into that half. We'll get all the stats with Bunk for Anytime Fitness after the break. But it's half-time here. Big crowd in. Beautiful night in Adelaide. Adelaide lead. And they lead the Saints 7:55. North Melbourne 4-3-27.
This is 5AA Flash Scores.
It is Sam Reynolds.
AA Sports Show.
Sydney's co-captain Jared McVeigh. Jared, thanks you and Josh Franco, really good mates over here. Have they taken over your club yet? And what is it about Stewie Jew? Everybody's talking him up, the big Jewmeister.
Stewie Jew's one of the smartest coaches I've ever been involved with. You know, knows the game really well and so smart with the way the modern game's going.
The 5AA Sports Show with Stephen Rowe and Chris McDermott. Weekday afternoons from 3. Talking Adelaide 1395 5AA.
What do you get when you cross a world-famous supermarket with one fabulous coastal location? Henley Square Foodland. The state-of-the-art supermarket at Henley Square now makes it even more convenient to shop and get the best for your family. With great service, huge range of groceries, restaurant quality produce that can't be beat, and free undercover car parking for the first 2 hours. Why shop anywhere else? Henley Square Foodland. Check us out at squarefoodland.com.au for more info on our fresh produce and delicious recipe ideas.
Don't let your car battery leave you out in the cold this winter. Get into Battery World for a free battery health check. And for a limited time, if you do need to replace it, Battery World will also replace your car remote battery for free. Conditions apply. See in store for details. With 8 Battery World stores statewide, get in now for your free battery health check. This winter, keep switched on with Battery World. Phone 1760. One remote battery per car battery, limited time only.
Want to know why the Cove Tavern is the local for people who don't live local? Well, come inside, I'll show you. This is Shelley.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Cove.
Shelley's into astrology, but her favourite numbers happen on a Wednesday. That's our rump and red night for just $15.90.
Oh, love a red.
Yes, you do. And if you love your music, we have bands Saturday night from 8 with free entry.
I'm in.
So take a break. Get away to your local. The Cove Tavern.
90 years ago, a forest of bone timber sounded like this. Today, it sounds like this. And 100 years from now, it will sound exactly the same. That's because timber is arguably the most sustainable, carbon-friendly building material on Earth. So if you're building, renovating, or doing it yourself, ask for bone timber. Not just for the quality, but the future. 856 South Road, Edwardstown. Timber for today and for tomorrow.
What do you get when you cross a world-famous supermarket with one fabulous coastal location? Henley Square Foodland. The state-of-the-art supermarket at Henley Square now makes it even more convenient to shop and get the best for your family. With great service, huge range of groceries, restaurant quality produce that can't be beat, and free undercover car parking for the first 2 hours. Why shop anywhere else? Henley Square Foodland. Check us out at henleysquarefoodland.com.au for more info on our fresh produce and delicious recipe ideas.
5AA Footy highlights.
Stratco stock take clearance on now.
Taylor Walker.
Walker, John.
Taylor Walker.
just used the body too strong. Straight out, leans back. Umpire says that's nice, Taylor.
He is on. He's going to take 3 steps on the left leg. Oh my goodness, J-Pod, he's gifted. Oh, J-Pod. A J-Pod special. 1 step, left leg, bang.
Yeah, J-Pod's got a couple of goals. Already bets. We said he kicked 5. He's got 3, so he's keeping up his part of the bargain. A goal on the siren has eked out the lead to 28 points after North Melbourne were coming in the last few minutes. To find out all that's what's in the half-time for Anytime Fitness, once again, here's Chris McDermott.
Quite amazingly, the Kangaroos 187 touches, the Crows 162. Contested possessions, almost line ball, 66-65, North Melbourne with the 1 advantage. But inside 50's the big difference. The Crows inside 50 32 times. Jacobs and Sloan, the 2 big fellas for the Crows, getting plenty of footy. Paddy Dangerfield with 10. While for the Kangaroos, Greenwood's been a star with 16, Cunnington 15, Harvey, Del Santo and Swallow, along with McDonald, all 14. So some footy for the Kangaroos, but inside footy for the Crows, absolutely dominating. 28 points the margin at half-time. North Melbourne with a little come at the Crows late in that quarter, kicked 3 of the last 4 to bring the margin under 5 goals. It is still game on, David Wildy, at half-time.
Half-time wrap thanks to Solar Heart, free energy from the sun, and Australian Football Hall of Famer Andrew McLeod and Chris McDermott to discuss tactics, talking to Macca. It's a healthy, but I reckon the last few minutes North Melbourne practiced a bit of ball for the entire game where they actually had control of the last goal from Wildy.
It was, and came on the back of them dropping numbers behind the ball too. We've said it before in the past over the every home game that the Crows don't like to play. They don't play +1. So that's something North Melbourne, the Kangaroos would well know about, and so they took that out. They knew that they'd be able to wrestle the momentum back. And to their credit, they actually started winning stoppage as well. So one thing for me, though, if I was a coach now, I'd be just saying, all right, boys, that's okay. Let them +1 behind. We've just got to be a bit more smarter when we use the ball coming through 50 to 70 and entering it in. Because you don't want to see what Taylor Walker was doing in that
different ratio than we're used to seeing with the Crows. By design, that, you think, Berger, or is that just the way the game's unfolded?
No, I think it's more so by design. I think they're trying to train that, and trying to play with trying to get the 2-on-1s, trying to play with a bit more speed and trying to get it to 1-on-1s. That's the thing that they need to continue to try and do too, Bone, is you've got dominant forwards up there, get the ball into them 1-on-1 because that's at the moment that's all you see up. Before they started dropping the +1 back, all there was 1-on-1 across the ground. Taylor Walker was dominating. Eddie Betts, anywhere inside 50, looks like he's going to hit the scoreboard. So get it in there, give him a chance, create the 2-on-1s and move the ball with speed.
What do you make of 162 stat? I mean, that is an incredibly low number. For an incredibly low number. I mean, Scotty Thompson, the most for the team with 12. I mean, stats numbers are low, inside 50 numbers are high, and the scoreboard says itself, they lead by 28 points. That's something we're not used to seeing with Adelaide. They're normally a relatively high possession winning team.
It tells me they're probably a bit more efficient this week as well, that the way they're moving the footy. So more higher inside 50s, less numbers in personal stats. I'm all for that. I think so that junk kicking around the arcs and through the middle, and more about playing direct footy. That's what I've seen so far this half. But I just don't want them to go back to playing some of their old ways and trying to slow the ball down. And we saw the way they did it. They started to make mistakes. That's when J-Pod misses the mark. They miss an opportunity to go back to get a feedback to Paddy Dangerfield, and then what happens then is they fumble the ball, goes down, and Thomas kicks a goal. So they got to continue. I don't think that it's in their DNA to play slow, if that makes sense. I think they have to play fast. Part of the thing they need to do is be able to keep playing fast, because when they play fast, we've seen what they're able to do. They were 40 points up. They need to continue to be able to do that.
What happens at halftime? What does Brent Sanderson say at halftime to this team? who almost, when you hear Paddy speak then, said it's only a half. Last week, our second half was bad. So almost reaffirming a negative from last week. There's obviously a demon they're dealing with at half-time now, worried about what's going to happen in the second half.
I'll be pumping them up and say, let's refresh, go and spend some time with your line coaches. Talk about some of the good stuff that you guys have been doing, because let's be honest, a lot of it's been positive, and then Sando needs to continue to tell them to take the game on. Take the game on, run, carry, create the 2v1s, and get it in deep. Get it to one-on-ones, kick it to advantage, to the forwards' advantage. We saw that what's happening when Walker's got Thompson one-on-one, when Betts has got Mullet one-on-one, doesn't like it. So get it in there as fast as they can. Just keep playing fast.
Beautiful work. We're going to speak more about that after the break. And after the break, we'll also speak to David Noble, assistant coach with the Adelaide Footy Club, about what we're going to expect in the second half. Now, again, Channel 7 cameras been working the room beautifully today. They had Brent Sanderson, the Crows coach, mic'd up before the game. Speaking to the players, let's have a listen.
How you feeling, Sammy? You all right? Where do you want it? Where do you want it? Anywhere? Work your ass off between the arcs. Good to have you back, little man. Just keep reinforcing with those young kids, the JJ and Tex. Like, for me, body language is everything for those two. So if you see them drop their head, or if they're wandering around for a little bit, just give them a pat on the backside. Be hard on your teammates tonight. Get them talking. Get them communicating with each other back there. You okay with this? Yeah. All it is 120 minutes of just total concentration. Yeah. Like, he's going to trash talk you. He's going to push you around. He's going to take you to some different spots at stoppage. Just do your work early. Don't be put off by his experience. You just as hard around the contest as what he is. And if your teammates aren't helping you, just get stuck into him. Use your voice tonight. You've got to come to every stoppage with voice, with communication. All right, let them know what's going on. You'll be fine, mate. Have a good game. 120 minutes.
This is 5AA football. 5AA breakfast.
One story that has got me really fired up this morning. What is somebody doing walking around with a gun in the middle of Goodwood?
At 6:30.
Like, where it happened, Devon Street North, that's right near the Goodwood train station. You know, last week we had that Rodney Clavell half-wit running around town with a sawn-off shotgun. I reckon we need to get a hell of a lot more serious about these mongrels walking around with guns.
Join David Penberthy, Mark Aston and Jane Reilly at breakfast. Weekday mornings from 6. Talking Adelaide. 1395 5AA.
Want to know why the Cove Tavern is the local for people who don't live local? Come inside, I'll show you. Oh, this is Dave. Dave won our Wednesday poker last week.
And $300 cash.
Nice one. Register by 6:30 to play. But that's just the start of the fun. There's our 2 schnitties for $22 every Monday and Thursday, including sauces, plus happy hours every day from 5:30. So go where everyone's happy. Take a break and get away to your local. The Cove Tavern.
Hey, check this out, boss. There's $3,000 off Mercedes-Benz Vito, Sprinter and Sprinter Cab Chassis as well. You'd better get in before the end of the financial year, because you've always talked about upgrading, right?
Yes, like upgrading to an apprentice that doesn't sit around reading the paper.
Mercedes-Benz Vans is offering hard-working deals you can't miss. Get June 30 to get $3,000 off Vito, Sprinter and Sprinter Cab Chassis. For more, visit your local Mercedes-Benz Vans dealer or search Mercedes-Benz Vans. Savings based on manufacturer's recommended drive-away price.
Taking time to listen can make all the difference. Farrell & O'Neill Funerals is a South Australian family company committed to guiding and supporting families at an emotional time. We value a lifetime by offering a compassionate, caring and unique service with attention to the smallest detail. Finding guidance through a difficult time can be comforting. Farrell & O'Neill Funerals, 8296 3134.
Don't let your car battery leave you out in the cold this winter. Get into Battery World for a free battery health check. And for a limited time, if you do need to replace it, Battery World will also replace your car remote battery for free. Conditions apply. See in-store for details. With 8 Battery World stores statewide, get in now for your free battery health check. This winter, keep switched on with Battery World. Phone 13 17 60. One remote battery per car battery, limited time only.
This is 5AA football.
Yeah, the Crows leading by 20 at the long break. Both teams both out on the ground, and GWS in front by a point over Brisbane. Let's go boundary side, and David Noble speaks to Chris McDermott.
Hey, David, thanks for joining us on 5AA. From up in the commentary box, we think we've seen a slight tweak to your game style this week, especially by foot. We're seeing something that's not there, or is that right?
No, I think you're right, Bone. There's been a big emphasis on the not only the aggression in the attack on the ball, but also that poise and that ability to get out and spot one up. But you can't do that unless you're getting into that contest with some momentum and some real gusto, so you can actually come out and have some poise to find that target.
Not overusing the ball either tonight. Statistically, it's quite a low number. Is that by design?
Yeah, look, I think it is. I think that's the style that we want to play, is a lot more direct. We were a little disappointed probably just in that last 3 or 4 minutes. We had a couple of guys that tried to spear those short ones in. Those shallow entries, they turn over pretty quick and they can hurt you. So, yeah, look, it is designed. We want to be a lot more direct.
You carrying any demons from last week, or this time last week? Things were looking okay as well. Is that sitting in the back of the players' mind, or have you been able to get that right out of their thought?
No, I think the intensity level is completely different to last week. I think we really had to scrap to stay in the game last week, whereas this week we feel like we've got a good handle and a good control of the game. And no, I don't think there's any left over from last week.
And the message at halftime?
Execute the fundamentals. Doesn't change. North are probably going to try to bring a bit of heat into the game now, and they'll respond. They're a good solid side, so we need to be prepared for that and also lift our tempo to make sure we counter that at the same time.
Thanks for your time, David.
Pleasure.
David Noble, their half-time rack completed thanks to Solar Heart Free Energy from the Sun. Interesting, Bone and Macca, to see if North Melbourne make any changes to either structure or personnel up forward.
Well, inefficient forward line. I mean, the 3 tools they've gone up there, all the talk about Tarrant, what he would bring. He's touched the ball 3 times.
Nothing.
Touched it 3 times, 1 mark. Drew Petrie took that mark in the first quarter in the first 30 seconds. What's he done since? Not touched the ball. 1 disposal, 1 mark, 1 kick, 1 point. So, and Black, just the 5 touches, hasn't troubled the scorer either. So those 3 tools have kicked by the Crows defenders. Nahas hasn't troubled the scorer. We know he's been on and off the ground as well. Harvey hasn't troubled the scorer either. So that forward line that looks so good, looks so potent, looks so dangerous, hasn't fired a shot. Lindsay Thomas, the only one that's looked like it. So can you keep them quiet for the second half is the challenge to the Crows.
I reckon that's the credit to the pressure to the ball carrier of the Kangaroos.
I think it's the defensive pressure that we talked about at the start around team defence for the Crows. That's what's denied them the use of football up in their forward line. So I reckon they'll try and change that and try and play with a bit more speed, because that's what the Kangaroos like to do. Play with speed through the middle and try and get it into their forwards, as we saw the Crows do in the first half, and give them every opportunity, because let's be honest, Petrie and Black are very tired. They wouldn't be happy with their midfielders with the delivery that's coming at the moment.
The Kangas have gone the same way they did at the start of the game. Petrie is at full forward, also Thomas down there. Start of the third quarter, Adelaide, good margin, 28 points. Hit the ground running here is Stephen Rowe.
Yeah, 8-7 to 4-3. We're going to get a 5AA footy for Agostino Mitsubishi Hotel, North Adelaide. Thompson in the middle there on Swallow. They've gone totally. Goldstein's got the best with the toss. Jake around the ground's been brilliant. Goldstein wins it again.
Beautiful
sharked it off of Swallow. Takes a bounce, a second bounce on the outer side. Right leg to the right half forward flank. Is there? Hansen looked at the pack and took a terrific mark on that right-hand half-forward flank. Walker got bundled out of it. Now Hansen comes Thompson. That's North Melbourne true back position. So he defensive flank, long right legger. Smith's there with Dal Santos. Rory's happened really well from behind. Brodie Smith was outstanding. Rory's taking time to get up. Here's a heady Rutten. Thompson around his body. Got absolute by Green Collingwood. He's got a free kick. Hey, look at that, no Ricky Carbone. His hair went bang, gave it to Smith. Long loopy handle to J Pod. That left shoe of his puts it up to the head of the square. Kerridge is there. It's a one-on-one. A big through for a point. It was a nice kick, Wayne. And that's the first score of the quarter. 8-8 to 4-3. The margin 29 points on the truck and car brake service scoreboard.
She's a hard nut to Rory Sloan. He got hit with everything there. Got straight up, took the free kick, but
he got really hit.
Early days, all Adelaide again. Harvey in a long penetrating lead. He ran 40 metres to get that footy. He's still an absolute superstar is Brent Harvey. They'll Ray now. They can go really hard. Looks like Adelaide. Bounce number 3. Bounce number 4 to 150. Terrific run from Adelaide. Long kick towards Thomas has got away. Ran the full length of the ground, but he couldn't stop Thomas, who should go backbone and kick goal number 3.
Toughest ball to stop is the mongrel, because it was a mongrel off Atley's boot. It just fell short, dived long. It fell short. It was their best.
Shears top back in third. Got 3. Thomas got 3. It's game on all of a sudden. 56 plays 33. The 4 goals. It is points on the truck and car brake service scoreboard.
Good lesson that one there for Rory Laird, I reckon, where he followed Harvey into the defensive 50, let him take the mark, but then he had to actually peel off when Harvey was coming through the middle. He had to go to Atley. He had to actually go and put some pressure on him with Harvey all the way through, and Atley had 5 bounces and delivered the ball forward. A couple of his teammates come across. Sammy Jacobs said, mate, I know you're trying to do a job, but you've actually got to play team footy.
Well, the rule is you take the next most dangerous player, and he needed to do that. Good pick up there for our Total Investment Property Solutions analyser, Andrew McLeod. So 23 points the margin. Jacob wins it out the back. Paddy D tries to get another one. Shovels it through. Greenwood's got it. He's going to get a free kick from the back, Bo.
Yeah, just a little high as he was going to ground.
Oh, he's been really busy at the start of this quarter. Long now inside 50, playing in front. J Pod flies for the ball. Crummer on the ground. Eddie Betts again. One way, then the other. It was an elite Crum. Pulls the kick, looks for Jenkins. Tex Walker couldn't get it. Thompson did back to Jenkins, almost to McKay. And it was just touched and through for another point. So that truck and car brake service scoreboard margin now is 24 points Adelaide's way. 3.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
Yeah, next goal very important. I want to see the Crows get it. Oh, Dalsano ran in and out of trouble. He's in front of the fiveaa sign on the far side of the Adelaide. I got loose man. He's a ball magnet. Just goes short. Nice little kick to Zeeble. Running hard as Gibson. He's got space and time. Homicide took his toss out an airy goal. Players now string there for the footy on the outer side.
How was that tackle? The Crows cannot.
Jacobs right on the metre arc. Right on the paint, come around Gibson. Oh, he got tackled by Thompson. The one. This one too. Talia did good at a full hop and goal at the margin on the Crows.
Rowie essentially Kerridge. Much needed. Adelaide with plenty of ball. Kerridge with leisure.
From Farida Turner. You can't. Cunnington, they look like taking a mark apart from the first 30 seconds. They're coming harder than ever. 5-6 got
in the quarter to McCart. Dean right hand back post. On just touch clever play. And Dean around right hand post. 9-9-60 to 5-5-35 point margin. And we heard Andrew McLeod from Property Solutions analyst say, the game on, Crows. Take the game on and attack. Playing in front again, got steps throughout. Greenwood's been outstanding. Dalsano Laird wraps his opponent up. Harvey, good football on the ground. Umpires all had that. The ball right half-back flank, 50 metres.
It's more than applying pressure, but it's 55 go. Top is there. Talia, also Legere. 9. Coverage from Adelaide looking for Kangaroos looking for their 8th victory. They go forward now. Follow high and under 2-on-1. Favours black now. Wonderful mark. Wonderful moving Smith.
The kick again. Very safe with his handball out. The weak kick. Still to the outside. Jet pushed the hand. It was brilliant. He's marked on the edge. He got purely one hand, 2 hands. Hands there. And it's gone out of bounds on the right hand. To keep their game going. Not going out and it's just that hand half forward flank.
What are you thinking?
47.
Is that what you said? Yeah, I think so.
48.5. We'll get that on the last loan now. Thompson, Jacobs, the left foot hook. Back inside this carry there. Focker. Break. Kangaroos get the free kick. Nick Dalsano is clever. Many, many years. St Kilda now. Kangaroos has possession at centre half back.
Yeah, 28. Dalsano, Greenwood, Grimmage to that Harvey. It was absolutely one. $50 his body cut that margin of two on the trucking carpet service scoreboard. Huge.
Touch number centre, Hunter's goal. Starting to get a little clock.
Might try and go.
And the umpire Sickland, though. I thought he
like Crows have hemmed them in. Is he going to play? Yes. Didn't matter, they got trouble. Out of bounce it goes. This time right half forward flank for Adelaide going to the cathedral end. The scoreboard end.
I'm more confident when the Crows come from behind and protect Bunge.
Well, that's what they're trying to. They're not trying to score.
It's in his two. Goldstein, Matty Crouch. Goldstein again did very well. Got McDonald to Greenwood. Just got better with age. Back now towards the wing. Lukey Brown's there. Thomas is there. Thomas got 3 goals tonight. Putting head down with Sloan. Right. This bandits on the end of it. Kicks into the pocket. Pushing and shoving. Jenkins was it over his shoulder. Eddie Betts over at the running hole. Umpire not sure what to do. Somehow it spears out. More in hope than anything. It might come straight back. Brody Smith has it. He might go the way. His situation. It's a long ball. Unbelievable, Brody Smith. You can't get a better man at the footy from that distance. That went through post high. Exactly what Adelaide needed.
Taylor Walker in the hands of the trainers, gone to the left knee. I'm just the umpire, and the trainer's put his hands up. So I don't want to be an alarmist, but he is limping significantly coming from the ground.
We went down in the just a moment ago. No, we can carbon recall.
28 they needed that. 10-9 to see wins ball on the ground. Pack out it. Crouches now back aim diving over the top. Got there right leg to the mark. Aston beat the stead. Now to Bees. Everyone getting Smith off one leg. What a leg to Thompson. We did. Hambleton in particular. Pack it in now. Hanson puts the ball up in the air. Peachy Summer on the ground. Nahas goes forward. Ball comes through. Coming through Jens one way then the other. That brilliant footy. B. Smith. Loose handball to Jacobs. Still on the half-back flank. Gave it to Thompson. Thompson's got none to go to, so handballs off the edge. Inch now's got a player rotten break. Herridge as well. He's got right, but that was there. Was it there?
It was definitely there. Over the shoulder.
No, we won't play sample. Ball on the outer side. One way then the other. What are they doing, the Crows? Right top the wrong.
In the game, the Giants by 14 points over Brisbane. Jonathan Brown, not a big fell off the ground there. Here, it is 2 points. And Adelaide well and truly in front on the score, but up goes Sloan.
Rory.
Oh, nice mark. Umpire saying play on. He loves it from 55 out of back in from here rather than 30.
That was a Bronx cheer.
He is a 50-metre specialist, Big Josh. So
come on, Joshy. Come on, JJ. Hey, good news. Tex is back on.
Tex is out there, yeah.
So Walker, she went to limp, almost gave way the leg there.
What?
You see that?
Texie.
Texas's leg almost buckled off.
That wasn't pretty.
Big Josh in front of it. The call to the 9. The truck and car break service. 2 great goals, 2 late goals to Adelaide. The margin now bone of 34 points.
That it is, Will's anytime fitness stat sheet is by 9 contested. Kick the goal, 10 contested. 4 to Jacobs, 13 to the JB. Penalty 5 on any other player on the ground to kick the goal. Still 18, McDonald 18.
Bregostino Mitsubishi in the Archer Hotel, North Adelaide, as Jenkins loses the knock. Swallows got it, Greenwood. He hacks the ball to the left-hand half-forward flank. Good work there by Jens. Third man in was McKay. Crows by 34. Bastanak was outstanding. Big tackle from behind Reilly. No free kick given. McKay's got it. He gets tackled from behind. Somehow jars the ball free. Swallow on hands and knees. Umpire still letting it go. Now there's a ball up on the left-hand half-back flank for the Crows. 34 points the margin. Adelaide's way we play in the third quarter. You know Greenwood's tagging Paddy D. Should we tag Greenwood? Has that ever happened?
Might have to flip it.
Sometimes it has. A goal to Brisbane, the margin 8 there. The Giants in front, 55 out from North Melbourne goal. Left half forward flank, players converge. Tough ball to get out.
Has a tagger ever been Greenwood stats?
He's had 25. He's had 10 this quarter.
You'd almost tag Ryan Crowley, couldn't you?
He's had 10 this quarter.
A lot of the taggers these days get plenty of ball, like Keynes and Greenwood. Duckman has beaten the sandwich. Ball goes towards the middle, and McDonald takes it over and out. So in time on, 21 gone. The margin 34. Adelaide need a win. North Melbourne in superb form. They've got 7 wins. And the Crows looking for win number 6. Essendon follow Adelaide the next two. Coming through his Tarry right, got his through down to Swallow gently. Breaks it, gets it back to McKay out of bounds. It goes as he's slung as he tried to feed off to McKay.
He's done a great job out there. Lead 11-9 to 6 margin. 34 the Crows were up to 40 points on that truck in the second. She's outstanding. Pushed off his man. Paddy tries to get it. Little shovel out to Ferrito. He goes long. Swallow still on the ground of the half-forward flank. B. Smith should mark, and he does. He is everywhere. And Adelaide Fresh and Tony's marks today. Was it Otten? I thought B. Smith was in front. But Otten's taken that terrific mark. The sign will fly. Well, Eddie did. He was on the ground, and that was a great money out of
get off there, but Eddie certainly flew hard. Handsome with a footy.
Spectacular.
Thompson, now they've got a man on the wing. They cut back in ball, go through the middle. So 22 that's gone. Petrie only probably possession. Chris at 50. That's
a dirty last week. Better this.
Up his body roll, but I reckon he's going to get a free kick. Well done, Benny Rutten.
Hey boys, Matty Crouch subbed off. Brody Martin on. So Matty Crouch off for the Crows.
Adelaide now lead the charge off the half-back of the wing. He's been on for 20 seconds. He's got his first possession. Maybe the big one here. Laird, if he can get out wide, he's got players running hard. Oh, kick straight the man. Maybe a turnover. Laird goes out of Smith. Everything gets the interest. Now Otten. Now Slot. He needs one. It's going towards Ponticelli. Goes off hands. And goal. Carriage came in late. Pick up the crumb. He's got thrilled. Crumb at the cream. And Bone. That is a very, very handy lead. 12-9. 12-9-81. Just about doubled the Kangaroos' score. 6-6-42.
Kicked the last 3 goals. The Crows in what's been a really effective third term after struggling at the Australian form. Maybe already in there. 11 touches for the quarter. And for the game, had Crows 23 touches. Stood off the half-back flank has been a star.
So here we go, back in the middle again. Crows by 9 points, time on in the third. Agostino in the up Adelaide. One out there was Thompson, went to ground, wrapped up by Goldstein. Wants to be very, there goes the umpire circling. But a secondary stoppage 5 metres forward to centre for the Kangaroos. 5 minutes. They need the Vixen 6. B Mutton comes on. Crouch goes off. Up they go again. Ball on the ground. Crashing through was Laird. He stuck to his game. Goes forward. Oh, Ferrito took a terrific mark. And Texie Walker still looks rusty. Gets there.
Yeah, the rusty mullet's not. Finds Atlee. Here's the road runner. Always backs himself in. Although it comes back to Gibson. Now to Del Santo. Del Santo spears it towards Black. He's been really quiet. Thomas couldn't take it. Oh, his defence has been superb. Jens got Jacobs. Might be an error here. Oh, Jens ran into the brick wall. They sit on top of him, put a saddle on him. Umpire circling. Nothing doing.
You hate it, don't you?
Nothing doing. 27 gone. Brad Scott not happy up in the coach's box. 25 out from goal.
Look at Benny Rutten running off. Gee, it's not a picture, is it?
He's waddling off. Waddling off. Chance, a late chance now for Harvey. Knows where the goals are. Snuck it back. She got to carry easy. He's got a thumping leg on him. A minor score. So it's exactly, what is it, 38 points.
38 points.
Exactly 38.
The kick-in was almost snapped off there. Talia was brilliant. To yak at a Reilly, had to kick it quickly, play it down. So Kangaroos player, keep your eyes open. Ball on the ground now to Reilly. Score, but on the left.
Eyes buying time.
He had not moved.
He's got the bandage.
Yep. And still is there. He made it from Scott. On it. Let's
pretty. Blandly again.
Balls now to pick over scoreboard.
Next big bomb. Adelaide and Tony marks. Add fresh fruiter of the mark to Paddy D and finds
Rory.
There's Sloan. He's been full of energy. He's got the batteries today.
Number 20 for Rory.
100% charge for Rory. Now they're slinging it down because there can't be a lot of time left. 29 minutes gone. Very healthy lead, Bone. Exactly 38 points the margin, Bone.
Exactly.
Long kick back. Whoa! He wound the clock back a decade there.
Benjamin Button.
Jumped up high. No, not Bone. We're going to trouble after it. So every cut.
Look at him, I'm not sure.
Well and truly out of the mouth. Got poked towards Dangerfield. No, skate out of half back. Rienz stood his ground and wins the free kick. Got in the way, knocked out last month. Bell hit Yench Falcon. Now who's come off by the sub here? Behind us. Giants win up in Brisbane. Up goes Goldstein. Pods the Adelaide here. Oh, is it a goal?
Oh, Martin almost kicked that.
Brody Martin got involved. And it must be very close to three-quarter time, 82 to 43.
Well, that score line is exactly a 39-point lead.
You sure?
Looks on the truck and car brake service scoreboard. We just had a look at that no Ricky Carbone replay. That mark by J-Pod wound back the clock. So here go the Kangaroos. That's a shocking kick. Anthony couldn't get it. Kerridge did. Kicks around his body. Make the Kangaroos. Phillip and treble goal of the day. The ball squirted. He was there. He kicked it around his body and straight through the middle for his fourth goal. And the Crows go out biggest lead of the day. 45.2.
Sam kicked.
It's been a good 3 up to 3. He can't get warmed enough. Pods Adelaide both in very well. Although goes just outside the forward. Clever they are. Gave the Swallows. Siren sounds. Terrific quarter by the Adelaide Crows. Really good. 36 goals. We'll check those goals. Kerry, 4 kicks, 4 goals. Eddie Betts has come tonight. Brody Smith kicked the 60-metre bomb. Wright and Walker, the others to bottom scorers. North Melbourne, Pittsburgh, Sigurdsson, Greenwood and Harvey. And he's come on, they've subbed Tarrant, Brody Martin, and they've subbed Matty out to great. Adelaide, full house here, Adelaide Oval, 3/4 days. North Melbourne, 6-7-43.
This is 5AA4, 5AA Flash Scores.
It is
Leon Biner.
Hassan Abiyad from the Adelaide City Council. You know, Tom.
I just want to put a very clear message out there, Treasurer. We don't have a congestion problem unless it's in the morning.
Sitting in their cars right now, Sam. I think that's really unfair. If they're in Frome Street.
There is in some areas of the city congestion.
That's the problem with the council, denying the problems that are going on.
Leon Biner. Weekday mornings from 9 on 1395 5AA.
Driving with a cracked windscreen? Don't take any more risks. Limited time, RAA members save 20 windscreen replacements when you book with RAA's Auto Glass Service up until June 30. Book today by calling 1300 885 057.
Celebrate savings at Coles, like Abbott's Village Bread. Half price at just $2.64. Save $2.65.
Celebrate specials at Coles.
And pocket the savings.
June end of financial year just got better at Subaru. Save thousands with incredible factory bonuses on the entire XB range. Australia's #1 small all-wheel drive SUV. Or drive away in the limited edition Subaru XB Black, packed full of new features. Hurry into your Subaru retailer. This offer must end June 30 or while limited edition stocks last. Visit subaru.com.au.
Time to get organised for the 2014 Be Active Corporate Cup. With starts at Jolly's Boathouse and Pinky Flat, make up a team or run as an individual. Need some team building at work or you just want to get some mates together for some fun? Sign up for the Be Active Corporate Cup. There are 4 locations around Adelaide and 2 starting points in the city. For information and to register, go to salifebeinit.org. Starts August 6th, proudly supported by $13.95, Adelaide's 5AA.
Want to know why the Cove Tavern is the local for people who don't live local? Come inside, I'll show you. Oh, this is Dave. Dave won our Wednesday poker last week.
And $300 cash.
Nice one. The start of the snitties for 20 every Monday and Thursday. Sources. 2 hours every day from 30. Take a break. It's local. The Cove Tavern.
5 footy highlights.
Stratco stock take clearance.
He's got to finish! He has finished! Great goal! Harvey one way then the other. He's a sensational player. Kicks around his body on his right. It's a magnificent goal! He's superstar!
Brody Smith has it. He might go the way. He loves the situation. It's a long ball.
He likes it.
Unbelievable. Rowie's got a big horse. Pots the Adelaide hands. And Carriage. Kick back. He wound decade there. Lights there, fantastic from the J-Pots and terrific too in Adelaide by 45 points. They've got to be home, surely be the biggest. And, well, you're courtesy of any time fit.
Thank you very much, David. 5 goals to 2 in the term for the Crows. It was the premiership quarter and they played some of their best footy. Brody Smith leads the stats winners for the 23. Sloane's up to had a great night. Scotty Thompson 19 in double figures. J-Pot on 16, 15 to Kangas. What a
Messi and the Arch.
Geeks to you scoreboard. And Brent Scott saw Vision TV not they've been in good last 6-7 weeks, Kangaroos. Tonight, side Dangerfield squirts away from the pack, gets boot the ball to no one in particular, goes out and might bounce to safety to touch. Kangaroos have the numbers there.
No one there.
Frito got it back and the ball spun back like a sandwich and went out of bounds again. This time about 70 out from the Roos goal.
Good news as well in the SANFL Crows. They lost by 6 points, but B. Crouch was outstanding. Henderson got through, so a lot of pressure from behind.
It's coming.
They're in a good spot. They win this 6-6. Essendon next week. Crows by 45. Still 30 minutes of footy left here. Douglas kicks that out of stoppage. Eddie Betts' first half was just electric. There to Belletti now.
Betts walking and made up for 14-10 to 6-8. Walker's second goal and another just back to E. Betts.
Where it certainly was an E. I still reckon Bone still needs Jacobs gets roll on, get it in to
I spoke about the joy of Eddie before when he gave the ball to Taylor. Well, it's probably the best we've seen all year, the most exciting. So all of a sudden that week's break, the soul searching, the tweak to the game style has brought some euphoria to the group.
They know how this game is. They've played on the rivet the whole patch at it. For a margin 49 on the Geeks to You score. Love it. Just love it, Will.
Great defence.
They will really have. And they let Brody Smith again get away as the loose man, as the extra man. I can't understand that.
Team performance for the year, I'd say. Along with
their real performance against Collingwood, probably 3/4. Chance now for Harvey, works inside the 50. Zee will go hard at it.
Look at it. Look at that. Who was that?
Reilly went through, could have done the shoulder again. Zee will again. Cunnington. Ball comes out to Goldstein. He got rid of it like hot potato. Kangaroos going backwards before then go forward. Swallow dropped it. Got it to Hanson. They've gone back 55 metres.
Great pressure.
Now to McDonald. Now they're trying to go forward. Big tackle. Lucky Hanson ran out of trouble, ran out of space, ran out of room. And he goes out of bounds. Score remains the same. Adelaide 14-10 on the Geeks to You scoreboard. North Melbourne lamenting in their wake 6 goals.
Oh, their pressure, they're chasing. That first tackle been outstanding. Crows by 49. Still a bit of footy left in this game. Stoppage win there by, I reckon that was Mullock, but absolutely rock and roll by Rowie. No free kick. There'll be a ball up centre wing grandstand side. 12-3 to 75. Brisbane, I reckon they've lost 15-6, 96 to GWS. What a terrific win by them. And that's on the Geeks to You scoreboard. Here we go again. Ball up on the wing. Well done again by Goldstein to Swallow to Zeeble. He's fantastic, Zeeble. Ball gets tackled and jarred out of the hands. Dougie comes crashing through. He fell over. Zeeble's got it again, but Kerridge somehow won it. And there's another free kick to Zeeble because he was held in that tackle. Left down half forward flank. He rolls on now. Goes forward. Crows by 49. Down it goes. Ball on the ground. Oh, good football
he's missed
by
it.
Adams, and I reckon he's missed it.
Cunnington
No, it was Cunnington, sorry, and he's kicked a point. Margin 48 on the Geeks to You scoreboard. 6.5 minutes gone last quarter.
Yep, that one should have gone through from point blank range, but that's their night. They just haven't been on song, and full marks to Adelaide's pressure. It's been enormous tonight.
Terrific.
Playing to themselves, kick outside the 50. Harvey, no, I tell you what, he might be 36, but he's probably the best 36 in the competition, all Australian this year.
Good job by Laird, I reckon. Stuck to his guns.
He's had a lot of it though, hasn't he, Bone?
22.
Yeah, and a goal.
Kick 1 goal, 2, yep.
Anthony now towards the head of the square. Pack set themselves almost to mark the Kangaroos. They're pushing, they're shoving. What's happened? Free kick. So Thomas should go back and kick his 4th goal. Andy, I'm saying, what for, umpire?
How many free kick goals have they got if you can get that stat for us, Bone? Anytime fitness stats?
Well, at least 2. This will be at least their 3rd, I reckon, out of 7. So almost, so about 40%.
Well, only says they've kicked 1 goal, 1 from free kicks. Adelaide have kicked 2.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'll take that.
They got the free kick from Hansen, didn't they? That's right.
That was a bit soft,
that was very soft.
So Thomas for goal number 4. He's a clever player, Lindsay. And he banks through North Melbourne's 7th goal for the night. Well, they trail by 7 straight goals now, 42 points. Geeks to use scoreboard. And Christopher, it's all elementary.
It is all elementary. Lindsay Thomas with his 7th kick, his 4th goal of the afternoon. Kangas trail by 7 straight goals now, David, 40 points. So in your mathematical equation...
Jacobs to Petrie, hard at each other. Jacobs wins it, tried to be clever at the back. Now he runs onto the ball, gets it himself, handles out the back. Big Rutten cannot run. He dead set cannot run. The ball's at centre half back. Jens got wrapped up by Anthony, and there's going to be a stoppage. Umpire says no. Somehow it squirts free. Harvey gets another one out the back to Greenwood. He's on his left leg, goes forward. Big men need to fly. Free kick. Adams is there. Cunnington, Thomas. Brown pushed to the umpire, says we'll have a ball up.
It's going to be ball.
30 out from goes by 42 on the Geeks to Use scoreboard.
Yeah, waiting for the crowd figure. Massive crowd in again here. Festic Stadium, Adelaide Oval. And the ball goes out of bounds. Left forward in front of the hill. Right behind. 14-10 to 7-10. 7 straight, 42 points.
Exactly
7. Back in. Adelaide looking for 6. Kangaroos won't get it straight in the man. Thomas again. He's a crowd the big ball. Almost turned it over. McDonald. The Kangaroo on the body. Back towards centre. The hands flying in the breeze. Eddie had a drop out of his leg. Good stuff here. Brodie Martin kicks a pie. Few pies that in. Not out of bounds. It sweeps in for a minor score. The margin out
7
to
goals
43. Exactly.
How dangerous is Eddie Betts with ball below his knees? Just superb. 43 points to margin. Adelaide's way. Geeks to Use scoreboard. Crows led by 20 at quarter time, 28 at half time. Got it out to 45 at 3/4 time. The kick snapped off. It's a free kick off the ball. Yeah, it is Harvey now. Heads forward to Greenwood, but I reckon it's going to come back. And Harvey free
foul in soccer, that one.
Yep. Set up back and professional foul.
That deserved a goal.
He would have been the Phil-off-the-travel goal of the century.
He took the ball at centre half back and had 4 possessions
of the century, and Laird was with him all the way.
The thing about him, though, is he's at 36 years old.
Well, the good news, bonus, exactly 7 goals again as they kick it straight back into play. Jacobs, belatedly after the footy. Dangerfield slipped through his fingers.
Clever.
Crows now through Brodie Martin, getting a bit of footy. Goes back to Matty Wright, to Texas. The Texas chainsaw back towards the wing. Thompson underneath it should mark. Oh, he got right under it. Got one in the back for his corner. Dangerfield did the soft shoe shuffle. Back to Matty Wright now. Nice kick to Martin. Ball's landing in his lap. Had supporting Thompson. Goes to Scotty Thompson for the Crows. 60 out from goal. Neat kick is at Kelly from behind. They might have knocked it over and out. Kerridge might be hurt. He's kicked 4 from 4. And out of bounds she goes.
47,205.
Oh, sorry. Did we say 47?
300 out.
200 out.
Boundary throw an inside 50 for the Crows that are exactly 42 points up. Jenkins does the ruck work. Eddie comes screaming through. Thompson stoppage work elite. Gave it to Martin in the pocket now. Handballs back to Eddie one way, then the other dishes off Jenkins. Oh, he's kicked it, Jenkins.
Oh, no.
Eddie's got another goal assist. Jenkins in the right-hand pocket. Get a somersault kick. That was the biggest fluke you will ever see. If he meant to do that, I'm a Chinaman. Honestly, that was the biggest Phil-off-the-travel goal of the day fluke I've ever seen.
Seriously.
Eddie Betts' goal assist, it was on the right-hand pocket. It was an end-to-end somersault inverted mongrel punt that went straight through the middle. Phil Hoffman, eat your heart out.
Adam Goods did one exactly the same today in the Sydney Port game. It's Eddie Betts again. Eddie Betts just being able to get his hands on the ball and create something out of nothing. Really, the ball was stuck in the pocket there, and be able to free up and give that ball to Jacobs. And you make your own luck though with footy, don't you?
Certainly does. He knows how to do that.
Brilliant play by Edward Betts.
As anyone.
one up here. Cricket Kangas is it?
David, a bit of information for you. The 9,205. Yep. The Crows Adelaide Oval average is now 47,123.
Tonight's Saturday night footy, but they're playing a good side and they're beating them well. To the Kangaroos. Sloan got crashed in the back. Come on, umpire.
Rowie.
That's a free kick all day, every day.
Courage.
That one for all day, every day.
No.
Not mine, I lay claim to that. And the back behind me leaves Rory Sloan back towards the wing. Dangerfield positioned himself well, took the mark.
Come on, keep going.
It's been a really good fourth. Little short, Tony Thompson, the vet Walker. The sting out of the game now. North Melbourne, Goldstein came in late.
Yeah, marked by Goldstein. Crows by 48. Goes Chamberlain, ends up with Downer. Night leg goes up to the outer side wing. Paddy's going to mark this. Oh, he was pushed it and not going to get it. Hey, Paddy's free. But he's pointed the other way, and Thompson did the big swan dive. The eastern stand goes bunter, and so they
against Tex, I reckon.
Other game, GWS by 22, looking for their first away, and probably will get it.
That's the Pericle store. Crows by 48. Terrific. Set by Goldstein. Yes, it is on the ground. Gave it to Harvey, being really busy to Black. Laird's still with him. I've liked his job, although.
Good test.
Big mark needed. B. Smith was there. Douglas kicked the ball right up someone's. Watsky, ball on the ground, still out from his goal. Hands been busy. Nahas is still there as well. In there's Jenkins. Umpire still lets the ball go. Now he comes in. Oh, goodness gracious me. Ball up. God, I hate the umpiring. Margin for you. Actually, not their fault. It's actually not their fault. It's not their fault. Mark Evans, I hope you're listening. Change it.
Bounce down again. Almost a turnover there. Zeeble in there. Bastanak kicked in the face of his opponent. And Dangerfield. It's a mongrel kick, but he mongrels at 65 back towards the wing to vacancy. His kick for yardage like a rugby league game there. Scotty Thompson with a good forward. The back's Wayne Kangaroos mark towards the wing to a 1-on-4 contest. Oh, Jenkins keeps them for
Adelaide fresh and Tony's marks. Mark of the day. Jenkins now right-hand forward. Goes long inside. Tex, let's go, because J-Pod was there. J-Pod somehow got it. Left leg has a shot. Does he kick it? No, he's kicked one. He's kicked two. Jenkins has kicked two. And Tex Walker's kicked two. So one goal between them last week. 6-8. We'll take that double thumbs up.
Take that.
And Kerridge, a little 4-goal effort too. Just a little cameo. Andy Otten had one arm impeded there. Comes back towards Dal Santo. Otten again goes to ground. Kerridge scurry. Here's Jenkins. He might kick another one. Goes towards full forward. Up they go. Almost a Munnington. Tried to scoop the ball up. Eluded him. And it goes out wide now. Almost a freak from Kangaroos. Jens did pretty well to force a 50-50.
Are you playing Kerridge forward every game? Or is he just, he plays there and troubleshoots and moves around the park?
Yeah, moving around.
He works when he plays up there, though. I don't think they should deny that it's a really important position.
As a negating forward?
Absolutely.
48 points the margin. Jenkins got it. Good work by Rory. Handball out the back to Kerridge to Patrick Dangerfield. Every time he gets it, he gets monstered. Handball out to Benny Rutten, the big honk-honk. Big flying handball out the back to Thompson. Still in play now, goes out of bounds on the outer side.
Footy lately, isn't it? Just been up and down. Even Mac has looked forward.
15-11-101. Well, it's a great four-quarter effort. They're going to keep powering on. 7-11-53. That margin 48 on the Geeks to You scoreboard.
I've liked Paddy D's last quarter, though. It's been very, very good around Stolbridge.
9 touches.
Kangaroos trying to get something going here. Liam Anthony spins around nobody, then kicks a long ball towards full forward. Petrie's been well beat today. Almost to Marcus Smith, not paid. Umpire flapping the arms. He might take off.
Oh, he's got a free kick. The Kangas play.
Oh, well done about that. I'd like to see that again on the Wiki Carbone replay. Brodie Smith, his first error for the night if it isn't free. So we'll have a look at that again. Not sure what the free was for, Bone, but should be a North Melbourne goal. Bastanak's got it. Only 7 goals. Oh.
Right, look at that. No, I think that's in the back.
Okay.
Serious?
If you say it, he just fell. He fell his knees.
Serious?
Look at that. Dropped to his knees, the old turtleback. So the shot on goal from 30. Pulls the trigger. That's a goal. Good enough for 6 points. But as we said, the sting out of the game. 15-11 to 8-11. Once again, that margin, 42 points.
This is why I'm cross at that decision, because if that happened in the corridor as a midfielder, you get ridden like a horse. You get the spurs out, you get the whip, you get the saddle, you get the bit in your gob, and it's a ball up. But inside 50, It's a free kick. You know what I'm saying?
We know what you're saying, Stephen. 338 touches the Kangaroos, 325 to the Crows. They've won contested footy. That's the good news. They've won inside 50s, 56 to 46. They're winning on the scoreboard. 42 points the margin. And David Wildy talk at 7 goals.
Straight goals.
Next year's scoreboard, and it is exactly 7 goals. Back in the middle we go, 20 points to the margin. D. Wildy gives me a little blink. I like the D. Wildy blink, the big Kenyan. Up they go, down they go. Goldstein couldn't get it. Richard Douglas did. Hamble to this near side wing. McKay's running carry's been brilliant. Long now inside 50. They'll need to fly from behind. The crummer on the ground's Rory. Sloan to Thompson. Hamble now to Laird. Laird just really good poise, goes forward. He could have blazed away to Kerridge or little Eddie Betts, but he saw B. Martin out of the corner of his eye, and he's marked in the right-hand forward pocket. And this young lad will kick this. Big double-page spread today in the Saturday paper.
Very honest, wasn't he?
Very honest, sitting on the front of the bus.
Said I play a bad game and get dropped.
Correct.
Simple as that.
Don't worry about those apples. So we're right behind him. Your Geeks to You scoreboard, margin 42. Brodie Martin will have a shot at goal in the right-hand forward pocket. Real tight angle. Just kick the kick, son. In he comes, 5 steps, and he needed to 6 because he kicked the damn point. 12 margin 43 on the Geeks to You scoreboard.
Almost the bone. All sting out of the game. You ring the bell, you get the crowd go home early. It's a big margin, 15-11 effort for the entire year. It's been really outstanding today. Anthony takes a mark.
And they needed it. Good timing.
Kangaroos keep on trying to go forward. He ran about 18 metres. Hits Cunnington on the chest. Plays on quickly. Swings it up towards half-forward. Sloan comes in. Little Rory. Just get out of the way. I want that one.
How many chop-off marks has he had for any time?
Well, 3 in the first 10 minutes of the game.
There you go.
6.
Finds Smith. Bubba's turned it over and finds Scotty Thompson. Thompson now at centre wing. Oh, ran in there to trouble him back in. Unbelievable. Cunnington the knee. Back to Cunnington. Left-handed handball to McDonald. Little short ball. And he's just promptly put that out of bounds at the ball. So 22 minutes gone. And Scotty Thompson, the recipient.
Yeah, it's getting ugly now. 43 points the margin. J-Pod's been good with his 2 goals. Marks in the middle of the ground. He got a fill-off and travel goal of the day, and he also took a fresh mark. Goes forward, Tex Walker's bodywork exquisite. Martin on the ground. Should have handled over the top to Eddie, but he just chipped it around his body into the goal square. Kerridge could have socketed it through. It is World Cup. But it's gone across the face and through for a point. That margin's out to 44 on the Geeks to You scoreboard.
Good news for the Crows. Their new look forward line. Sammy Kerridge goes up there. Betts, Pods, Yadley, Walker, Jenkins. Responsible for 13 goals tonight. So Brenton Sanderson does a couple of tweaks. Gets some value out of his front 6.
GWS 34 points. I think they've won that game against Brisbane. Wow. Sydney by 4 over Port Adelaide. One of the games of the year. And West Coast got a belated win too over the Gold Coast Suns. Freo by 20 over Richmond. So the Kangaroos go forward again. Greenwood on the outer side. Play pretty well tonight. No one's coming to him. He might not here. Bounces can go in the pocket. Clever play here. Should be a walking goal. Little Nahas round the body. And he's missed. He has missed. He'd like that minute over again. Even that second was a certain goal. Could have gone to Thomas. But they edged their score up by a point. Margin 43.
So the kick in by B. Smith. That crowd again, 47,205. Kicking to himself, coming out this near side. Smith goes forward. Jacobs goes up and down. Right with the crumb. Kicks the ball forward. Hansen should go back and take a timely mark on Kerridge. At the true centre-half back position now, just squares it laterally to Ferrito. He's coming up on that outer side wing. Sees a player, goes through. Is that Greenwood again? Goodness me. Goes forward.
Hey.
Naha gets it. Naha gave it to Sanso, who gave it to Peach. Well, for the first half, I was calling him Naha, so then you all corrected me. So I went half between Naha and Nahas. Anyway.
No.
We got it. I don't know if he got it, but we got it.
And Petrie's got the ball. Well, it's not my strong suit pronunciation, Bunch.
That's all right.
Margin 42 exactly. Petrie goes bang, and he's got his second goal. And he cuts that margin out to 36 on the Geeks to You scoreboard. And the Crows have lost this quarter. I want them to just...
They got to
finish off strong. Bunch, come on.
That gives you really a lot of confidence as a football team if you can finish those games off, finish them with some run, finish the quarter, win the quarter. Win the quarter is really important for them, I think.
37 points the margin geeks to your scoreboard.
GWS, our system scoreboard, 18 goals, 8 to 12-4 up in Brisbane. So well done to GWS, fantastic effort there. Their first away victory
ever.
Good kicking. Massive crowd tonight. Big crowd. The margin of 37 points, well into time on. And the crowd have really enjoyed it. Good game tonight by Adelaide. They came out with energy, purpose, and they played some really good football against a team that's been good for the last couple of months. Cunnington tries to keep the ball in the area. Jacobs again off the ground. He goes back to right, back to Thompson. Thompson now, they're all queuing up to Douglas. Could have gone to Thompson, but goes to McKay. Dave McKay loved to kick a goal from 45. Goes back and does exactly that. Good night. That's a nice finish. One of the plays of the day, Dave McKay, the finisher. And Adelaide strike the blow back to 43 points.
Hey, just on that game up there at the Gabba with Brisbane and GWS. GWS 18-8, Brisbane 12-4. Jeremy Cameron back for the Giants has kicked 4 goals, Patton with 3, so the Twin Towers in attack for GWS, 7 goals between them. David Wildy.
Good effort. They'll be good in a couple of years. They've got some good kids too.
8 different goal kicker, D-Mac. He's been terrific this last month. His defensive run and spread, run with rolls and his ball in hand. He's just an elite player, and I love it when he's up and about. Crows by 43, Geeks to you scoreboard, 26 minutes gone. They'll go to 6-6. Their season's still alive. Up they go, down they go. Jacobs lost it. Well done there by Sparrow. Goes forward. Mark's almost taken, but somehow Thomas got it. Did he kick a goal? No, he's kicked the point. Honestly, he can just find the ball through for another point. So 16-13 to 9-13-67. That margin back to 42 points.
Penetrating kick to the far side. Can't be a lot of time left. Crows caught. No, it's a free kick on the outer side. Matty Wright will take it.
Did I call Swallow a Sparrow?
Sparrow, yeah. Swallow, Sparrow.
We knew what you were talking about.
Big bird. Ball at half back now.
Fatigued myself.
You're fatigued. Go and get a coffee.
No. I'll just rep for the Crows.
Back towards Douglas now. Takes a mark. From 109 to 67. Been a really good performance. Davis kicked somewhat. And Brodie Smith another mark. He's high for the best again. In a super season, All-Australian form. Finds Brown. 27 minutes gone. Winners today, Sydney, Fremantle, West Coast and GWS. How's your footy tipping going back there at home? Talia now.
You know what? West Coast beating Gold Coast, only 1 win behind them.
Exactly.
Now.
On this perfect
that 8th spot is still alive, Crows fans.
So Adelaide aren't dead, that's for sure. Kick up towards Jacobs. Spills out the back now. Kangaroos with the numbers. Harvey. His little legs don't stop running. He's been outstanding again. Thompson's. That's Scotty Thompson with the Kangaroos. Back to Harvey. Harvey cuts him board. They're still running hard now to Frito. Looks up, not a lot on offer. Forced to go laterally. Has a bounce. Spears the little ball looking to swallow. He gets monstered. Loose ball now. Kangaroos got 4 or 5 running after. Dal Sando now. Frito runs towards 50. The big Frito up towards full forward. Reilly.
200.
Siren should sound now with the ball in his hand. Why doesn't he? He's had a nice game. Welcome back, Radar. And he hits Jacobs on the chest at half-back.
They played for him today, Bunch.
Certainly did.
No question about that. Milestone games, they're very important. Crows by 42. Jacobs will go back now into the goal square. Mark's been taken again by Reilly. Blow the siren now and he can keep the cod. The cherry, the seed. Goes forward to Thompson. Another solid game, Bone, to Tomo. We might get his stats when you can, anytime fitness.
Touch number 30 coming up, gone at 72%. Had a very good night.
I'm going to give it back to Reilly now. Reilly can go to Matty Wright. I like this bloke in the team. He just plays with his heart. He now goes back to Reilly. Reilly's going to get 5,000 possessions here. Goes up looking there for Rory Sloane. Chopped off was Harvey.
Look at that.
Goes bang, and that's why he's one of the best. What a goal to Harvey. Laird has been with him all day, but Harvey still ends up with 30 anytime fitness and probably BOG, Bone.
Boomer Harvey, 31, has gone at 74%. Kicked 2 goals, 3 had 5 shots on goal. So he's had a ripper night, the elder statesman of the team at 35 years. And you're right, Rory Laird's hung to his task, but Harvey's been good. Greenwood's had it 32 times as well for the Kangas, the leading stats winners on the ground for the Crows. Scotty Thompson with 30, 27 to Brodie Smith, 25 to Rory Sloane.
Rory's had enough. He's on the half-back flank. He wants to get away from Boomer.
J-Pod's back as well.
109 to 73. Long quarter, 30 minutes gone. Emphatic victory to Adelaide. They'll get win number 6. Crowd have thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. Been a good game of footy. Ball comes down to Scotty Thompson. He gets monstered. And the ball's going nowhere. Umpire rushes in again. So a real team effort. Eddie Betts, 3 goals back in form, given out a couple as well. Kerridge has kicked 4. J-Pod's kicked a couple. Jenkins kicked a couple. Tech's a bit quiet tonight. Done some reasonable things. So the Crows try and break clear. Ends up with Douglas, forced to go backwards to Andy Ott, and he goes backwards now to Smith. So Smith now spears the ball up towards Dangerfield. Gathered it, lost it. Kangaroos pick it up. Cunnington went to handball. No one in particular. Puts up a high ball back towards Pudsey Adelaide, pushing and shoving there. Comes off hands and goes out of bounds. 16-13 to 10-13. 6 straight goals the difference. The other game too. How's that? GWS 119.
Almost
Brisbane
over, Wilds.
76.
Reece Anderson leaving the coach's box, walking down to the ground.
Great result tonight. There's the siren. Adelaide win number 6.
Well done.
And they did it from the first bounce to the last. They've beaten a red-hot team in North Melbourne. 16-13, 109. North Melbourne 10-13-73. Let's hear the Crows song to reverberate around the crowd.
We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes. Admiration of the nation, our determination shows. We're the pride of South Australia, where the mighty Adelaide grows.
Great effort, fella. Your 200th game and you've stuck to guns, you got your position back and you played really well, and you remember tonight a big win games, and they just Adelaide looked at the class above. The Gold Coast going down to the West Coast, opens the Bowie a couple of positions and only a game out of the top 8.
Bones, the great thing about this game today is last week 3 played, today all played well. When the Crows put that up, forget the 19th man flag next to the old scoreboard on the Cathedral Edge. You put the all played well flag up, you're going to get a result, and that's what we got today. Crows by 36.
I think that's the most pleasing thing for the coach would be the fact that everyone did a role and they played their bit and did what they had to do. And the bloke that I'll be going around getting around Rory Laird, because that's a tough ask for him to sit on one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah.
And he stuck at it. He's going to sleep well tonight, little fella.
A great test, though, Mackie. He left him on. I mean, Harvey got better as the game wore on, and you can't stop him. Let's go down ground side.
The Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, it's a good result. It's a milestone of 1, so fantastic. It's a great win. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's a special player, Eddie.
And consistency is the key now, I guess, in this roller coaster season.
Yeah, good to bounce back to win on the road.
19th man.
Good. Reilly down slide with the Shannon. Halfway mark and 6 now.
Yeah, they did, and they did well with a much better game tonight. Handball ratio 3% of both, a good number for them. They took 20 contested marks to 9, so their big men got involved. Taylor Walker with 5 of those. They won contested footy, as we said. Stoppage numbers were pretty well line ball. They tackled okay and got it inside 50, so it was a much more rounded game, both statistically in terms of player performance. A good performance from the Crows tonight.
Yeah, thanks to you, we'll install at Kitchens, the complete do-it-yourself kitchen solution. Look, involved the conversation, have a chat. We've got Andrew McLeod, the Hall of Famer, Stephen Rowe, Chris McDermott, David Wildy. 47,205. If you're leaving the ground, if you're stuck in the car, if you're listening at home, love to hear what you think. Are they back? Adelaide have beaten a very good side, a side that's beaten Fremantle in Perth, West Coast in Perth. Their away record's been outstanding, won their last 3. And, they came to a grinding halt tonight. And Adelaide's season, it was spluttering last week. Well, it's certainly back in gear tonight. A case of all played well. Be interesting to hear McLeod and Chris McDermott's 3-2-1 because there was a lot of players. The list goes on. Rory, Sloane all played well. 9-73, 6 straight goals. And I reckon pretty reflective of how the game went, Bone. A 6-goal win's a good win, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. Crows started really well. It was so important for them after the disappointment of last week. All the work during the week, all the lessons, all the walkthroughs here at Adelaide Oval, the discussions from Rory, Sloane to Brendan Sanderson, all players having their say this week. They had to respond on the ground. It means nothing unless you take all of that preparation out onto the field. They did it and did it in style. Jacobs was good, their centre square work was good, their use of the ball was good, they kicked the ball beautifully. Tonight went at about 70% by foot, which is a really good number for them. So it was a polished performance against a good opposition that was in form. One of their better wins for the year, I reckon, Rowie, tonight. One of their better wins and a good spread of goal kickers.
And Bunge, on Thursday we heard the presser from Sando saying, I want my leaders to stand up. He put some heat on the leaders. And you have to say they all did. I know Pods isn't a leader in the leadership group, but as for games played, he is. Tomo, Rory, Danger, Walker, Douglas. The leadership group stood up, and when they stand up, the rest follow.
Yep, and he talked about, we heard some of the snippets when they mic'd him up before the game as well, and heard him, you just assume that he was talking to some of his leaders, and he's out there that blokes through their positive body language and just keeping their heads up, because, that's, if they're up and about, he knows that. Great. I think it's great that those leaders play well. Good luck. They need to be able to carry the young blokes. Particularly, you talked about at the start of the game where some of them have been banged up and they're feeling a bit sore and sorry. I don't reckon they'll be feeling sore and sorry tonight after that win.
Well, I hope they carry off Radar Riley's going down towards the race, Rowie. The players are just milling around, and really good to see him back. He's had a lot of people maybe felt it was the end of his career when you get dropped at his age, and he wasn't playing super footy, but. Yeah, they're lifting him up now.
Oh, well done. Benny Rutten's got him way up high. He's higher than the Riverbank stand.
Benny's lifted him with one finger. That is amazing strength. But
well done, Radar.
He's waving to the crowd. Good
200 games, number 3. He's done it proud. Well done, Radar Reilly. That is just superb.
Got your number, Rowie?
Well, I think the best player to wear it was D. Jarman, then Reilly.
Then you.
Is he the first player to play 200 games in the number 3?
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
I reckon
and we think the first outside South Australian backer we were saying before the game, maybe the first non-South Australian, if you like.
So what does this mean? 6 and 6, Essendon next week, 1 game out of the top 8.
Season alive, that's
Season's
what it means. Season's back.
Back on track.
But they can't afford, once again, to fall over next week.
Well, they can't.
And you're saying week in, week out, they need to come in, Bone, go to Melbourne. Essendon aren't going that well. Essendon are not going that well.
Good time, David.
No Watson, no Joe Watson. They are spluttering along themselves, so let's go down to Leith Forest. They're going to be a fairly jubilant room down there, Leith.
They are indeed, Wilds, just coming through. Very big crowd here, including all the past players as well. The great Tony Modler, Michael Dowdy. Andrew, you'll be happy to know your family's here as well.
Oh, it's good to see that they're down.
Everyone's a happy bunch.
A good team song. Here we go. What if they push Radar in the middle? Sung with a lot of gusto tonight. Well done, Adelaide. Win number 6. Our review thanks to Yulin Installer Kitchens, complete do-it-yourself kitchen solution. About 6 absolute 13. Thomas got 4 Kangaroos, and Eddie's kicked 3. Perhaps could have had 5 or 6 tonight, and none better than his first goal of the night, deep in the pocket. To be.
That is the Eddie Betts pocket.
He was sitting throws when he took the footy.
In the Gavin Wanganeen stand.
Somehow
on
took
the
possession.
3rd tier.
Boundary umpire unsolved.
You've named Eddie Betts' pocket. This one over here is the Taylor Walker pocket. You named that when it's the Okay, sorry.
All the pockets are taken.
They're taken.
Oh, well, no, look, I agree with you, Rowie. It's not a silly statement.
5AA tells feedback. Give us a call, 830000 6199
Yeah, I want to know if the Crows fans...
47,500 here again. Brilliant.
I want to know if the Crows think the Crows are back, and who are the better players tonight? Because I think Bones got a really tough job trying to get the 3-2-1. They were good from the very first bounce to the last bounce.
I think what it says again is when the Crows, their backs against the wall, when there's a challenge and the games, they play their best footy. time on in quarters or when they're expected to win, the Melbourne game, and when they play what we're calling safe footy, possession footy, they're not playing brave, attacking footy, they struggle. So the message has got to be, keep playing brave, attacking, fast footy.
Play with some courage.
All the time.
Take the game on.
Spot on, Bun.
Keep taking it on.
Guys, can we just look a couple of weeks forward? Because it's going to be one of the biggest showdowns in history. Because Adelaide's season, once again, will be on the line. And it's not inconceivable, Buns, that they can beat Port. They led Port Adelaide, halfway through the third quarter with a half-fit side.
Yeah.
Now, they're coming in. There's no excuses injuries now for Adelaide. They get just about full kit back.
They'll have Henderson and
totally different looking side. Both teams will have totally different looking sides.
So they're a good chance of causing an upset.
I think
we know that, don't we?
I think they're still a fair way off of Port.
They are, but on the given day.
And a full house, it'll be 50,000.
Crows game,
19th man. That'll bring it back to an even
that's going to be close.
Yeah. We've seen it before when Port have been on top and Adelaide down, and vice versa. We've seen upsets, and I think they're a genuine chance. Port Adelaide, they're just motoring along.
Well, can we just get over Essendon?
Well, Essendon's
on again, off again, on again, off again. The on again will be back for the Port game.
Let's put 2 weeks in together.
Let's put 3 weeks together.
3 weeks together.
But I reckon that showdown, the anticipation back here, the next game here. Port Adelaide play the Bulldogs here next week. It'll be a monster game. Could it break the record for a crowd?
I think it will. It's already sold out.
But I reckon we've had one record. I think Port Adelaide had the record earlier this year.
Yep.
I reckon they might break it showdown with a Crows home showdown.
Well, they play like this. They'll come. Don't worry about that. Build it, and they will come.
We're not saying they're back, but it's a step to get back, isn't it?
I reckon it was the best they've played all year. I really think that was the best they've moved all year against quality opposition. Just felt like a significant one. But again, up, down. A chance now to win 2, 3 in a row. And once they do that, I think we can say, yes, they're back. So still got to wait and hold, but much better tonight.
I think the Gold Coast game, they moved the ball better in passages than they ever have. I think the Collingwood game, their defensive spread and pressure was the best. But to put the two together, this is the best attacking and defensive game.
And against
Rowie. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I think, to put both together. And that's the thing talking about. This is the inconsistencies that they're not happy with. One week they're playing good attacking, then the next week they play defensive, but they've never got to put them both together.
Yeah.
But once again,
a big I think Rowie for 4. They put the foot on their neck. And they never let...
last quarter club boys going. And when you've got a team like, that can generally happen, I think it's hit an square head. We said the same thing after the Collingwood game, didn't we?
I'm a bit worried about the one on, though. That's what we need, a bit of consistency. And if they can beat Essendon, it'd be a massive rock and roll. Best thing Adelaide, no doubt about that. 8223 Crows fans a bit quiet, but they're happy because the season is back on track. And with Gold Coast losing... it opens up. The draw suddenly does open up.
David, I'll just run through the stat sheet very quickly while we ponder best players and whatnot. Crows 363 touches. The Kangaroos 371. Crows went 217 top foot, 145 contested possessions to North Melbourne's 130 and inside 50's 59. So all the stats looking good. Scotty Thompson had it 30 times, their leading stats winner. Brodie Smith with 29 and a goal. 25 to Rory Sloane, 23 to Dangerfield, 21 to Matty Wright. Midfield getting a bucket load of ball. Richard Douglas with 20. Couple of honourable mentions. The J-Pod with 19 touches and 2 goals. Jenkins 14 touches, 2 goals and 4 goal assists. Taylor Walker the 13 touches and 2 goals. Eddie Betts 13 and 3 goals. And Sam Kerridge just the 9 touches, just the 4 kicks. But kicked falls.
Bone out the Rogan and Jacobs.
Yeah, Goldstein had 30 hit-outs. Jacobs 33. Of those, 9 of Goldstein's were to advantage, 8 of Jacobs's. So fairly line ball there. I think Jacobs had some reasonable footy. I'm just trying to find his numbers here.
16, was it, around there?
Up to 18 in the end, and went at 83%, which is a really good number. Goldstein, on the other hand, didn't have a kick, had the 10 handballs at 100%.
I think Sammy got the nod tonight.
Yeah, I think Jacobs slightly better tonight.
8223 we'll get those 3, 2, 1 shortly.
We'll just quickly, closest to the bone, of course, tonight was for 113, 105 Adelaide Football Club. 121. Whoa. 121, which some would say is one over the amount 21.
You make a change, can't you, on the quarter-time breaks?
Yeah,
which don't count, or I don't know how that works. 822 300 00 321 look fairly consistent. Who was your best player tonight? The fans back home. I think Brodie Smith, he's in all Australian form, Macca. I can't believe they let him to play that plus one. He runs 30, so he's covering, between 80 and 100 every time he gets it.
He is. Back line, 8223 by 36 points left. If you install at Kitchens. How you going, Paul?
How you going, Rowie?
That was better one.
That was, hey, mate. You for assistant coach, you sit next to Sam, you keep telling him, take it on, mate.
Well, I think Andrew McLeod for that, the Don. Like Paul, was when they play slow tempo footy. I know there's times in a game, Bunge, you've got to do that. But when you're playing the brand of footy they are, you're scanning them inside 50 one-on-ones. Why wouldn't you keep playing that brand of footy?
Particularly when your forwards are so damaging.
Where you go, Paul?
Mate, you're so right and good on you, Bungie. You are a magician.
Tell you what I did like too, Paul and listeners, how good they were in the centre square, because Kangaroos have some big bodies. The big bodies of Cunnington and Zeeble, the likes Bastanak could get in there, but they were beaten tonight.
Well, again, it was a battle of the midfield, and the Crows won that midfield. You only have to go back
Sloan,
2 years, and they were saying it's the best midfield.
Thompson, Dougie all play well.
Exactly.
Good stuff. 822 300. Have your say. Got Andrew McLeod here, Chris McDermott, David Wildy and Stephen Rowe. Still waiting for the press. I reckon Sando will be a little bit happy tonight. He's had a couple of runs, isn't he?
He'll be very happy.
I reckon he's got the boys in the room now and just telling all done. And because usually with this time we've got someone on there already and having a bit of an interview. So I reckon he's having a bit of a chat to him and saying, well done, boys. You should be really proud about the way you've gone about it.
But. He'll have a big but right over the top of it.
But you were saying...
We've got to back it up.
Stop the BNF now. You reckon B. Smith well ahead?
Oh, I reckon he definitely...
I don't disagree.
Definitely leading it.
He's hardly had a bad game, has he? I can't think of a game where he's performed poorly.
The good thing about the Crows, best and fairest, is everyone gets votes. Okay? So someone like Talia, who does his role and beats his man, would have to be high up there.
Yep.
Someone like Sauce Jacobs, that again, beats his man. I think you get a vote. If you beat your man, you get a vote. Boom. Yeah. And then if you have a really good game, you can get up to 5.
But I
think they're the three. Freddie Smith, Gibbs and Daniel Talia, after 12 rounds.
He's come back into form too when you think might have been on the last. Scotty Thompson. He's played a lot more
last month has been very
finding
good.
Ball.
Yep.
And getting, he doesn't get tagged.
A bit more freedom. And then he becomes number 3.
Can I have a special mention to Rory Sloan? With our effort.
No.
He flew back on the plane with us. He said, we were terrible. He put it straight out there. Now, when you put that on the table as a leader, you got to then back it up on the weekend. All week, Sando was into the leaders. In the public eye on the Friday, he said, mate, the leaders are in the gun.
Yep.
From the very, very first, Rory Sloan was on. And we could just see he was on. And I just reckon he needs a special acknowledgement. Because he's still a young lad. He's still only, 22?
Yeah.
Carrying this team with Paddy as a skipper.
Mature head on his shoulder.
I just want to get
how times you stop off or didn't spoil in the way he peeled off and was able to...
He was the player that can win to Ashton. And his head flicked like a yo-yo on a string.
That's that hair, though.
He's 24 now. Time gets away, but he's still a young man, isn't he?
Picked himself up. Boom. Hey, I loved his game today.
Let's throw it out to the Crows fans, too. The showdown in a couple of weeks. It's not inconceivable. I don't
reckon the 19th man to be looking too far ahead. I don't think...
Well, that's the next game here.
Yeah, no, but I don't think they can afford themselves the luxury of looking toward that showdown when they've got Essendon next week at Etihad.
Must beat Essendon. You lose that again, you're
from
back
now
in the
on,
pack.
it's must win. Well, it's must win.
Still tough games. Collingwood a little bit later again. I think at the MCG. They've got some tough games.
Got Hawthorn here on a Friday night. How good's this stadium at night full? 47,000 again.
So average is 47,100.
Correct
for the Crows.
That's amazing.
Full marks to whoever made the move. It's a brave move to come in. Everybody sort of didn't like it early, but now it's the best thing I think we've seen in the city for many years.
I still would have liked footy to own their own stadium with a roof, but I'm happy with this.
You take it?
I'll take it now.
Boys, and Rowie, you spoke about the Crows reserves team too before, the SANFL team and the players that played well. Now, I have got some information. It's not confirmed at this stage that Brad Crouch...
didn't get hurt.
No, he didn't get hurt. Reported.
Ooh.
Reported? Yes.
Like
so
games,
there is just a suggestion. Yeah, well...
For what? A buff? Big right-hander, coat hanger.
Well, I'm unconfirmed at this stage, but I just had somebody tell me that he's either been reported or could be cited for an indiscretion today.
I think one S-Row, who has a real close relationship with our SANFL commish.
Yes, could do something about it.
And the hierarchy with Chrissy Davies. I think I might get my people to speak to their people to speak to someone else's people that B. Crouch doesn't get a game.
You name drop me. You name drop me.
No, I'm not. I was just skirting around. Well, hey, the state team, we're 3 from 3, so I reckon I got a few credits.
If you haven't got some power, then no one has, fella.
I'm going to roll one of my credits out for B. Crouch just to get...
If you can't do it,
no case to answer.
You might have to roll them all out, fella.
NCTA.
You might have to put every credit on the table.
Okay, let's go down to the rooms again. Leith Forrest.
Thank you, Wilds, here with the most popular man in the room. He's kissing babies, shaking hands, played a terrific game today. In fact, 200 terrific games for the Crows. Radar, congratulations on the milestone and on the win.
Thanks, boys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, well done, Brent. Coming back, we read your stuff during the weekend. A fantastic career. I think you're the first non-South Australian to play 200. You look like you're enjoying it, and what better way to come back and beat North Melbourne here?
Yeah, it was a sensational effort by the boys. You know, all 22 contributed today, and we started off really well. We still let them back into the game a little bit, but I thought we finished it off really well, and to beat a top 8 team, hopefully we can gather some momentum and take it into next week.
Milestone games are special, and a win really does, put the cherry on the cake. But when everyone plays well and plays with spirit, we saw blokes. Eddie Betts ran 100 metres and jumped into Tex Walker's arms. They had this big man hug in the middle of the ground. They all went around to you, Radar. That's the spirit when the Crows are at their best, I reckon, and we saw it today. It was just superb, wasn't it?
Oh, exactly right, mate. The boys have been fantastic over the last 48 hours, and the support out there has been sensational. I got a text message. I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb for about 24 hours so I can concentrate on the game. But to get all my family over from Gisborne and a couple of close mates, it's a pretty special moment.
A few tickets. You would have been asking for a few tickets this week, Rado, but... well done, mate. Congratulations. Sensational effort. Sorry, I nearly broke your hand when I gave you a high five going around in the back of the Hilux, mate. That thing was going that fast.
Oh, you were flying, bud.
That's one thing, Radar. I really loved the team defence aspect that was up there tonight. Like from the forward line just through the middle, just helped you guys out immensely back there. Made your job a lot more easier, and you guys were able just to be able to defend one-on-one is so much better for the defenders, but also to be able to back yourself in and compete one-on-one must be good from a defender's perspective.
Yeah, we rely on the midfielders and the forwards to put pressure on so we can come off and, help Talsey, help Truck out, and, they're playing against some good opposition, so, that helps us a lot. But I think, just as I said before, all 22 contributed today, and we did a fantastic effort.
About your mindset, you did the shoulder last year, really nasty one too. You come back, takes a while to find form, get dropped, have to go back. Did you have doubts there, or were you always just determined to get back on that side?
You do when you hit 30 end of last year, and I guess you always think about how far can I go, and had a really Alan Stewart's been sensational over the last 6 or 7 weeks, so I really owe him a lot, and to get dropped was disappointing, but to go back and play the SANFL and play with the young kids, and we've got some good talent coming through, and unfortunately they lost today, but we got 2 wins when I was back there, and just the spirit of the whole club, they're starting to play as a team back there, and you saw tonight everyone contributed, and hopefully we can gather momentum and take it into next week.
And it's nice to get an early touch. I think really early on you got a couple of nice touches in your way. Just to feel the leather there early always helps.
Yeah, that is the nerves. I was glad the boys helped me out, and they helped me out in the last quarter there where I was struggling a bit that last quarter, but
about 10 in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, got a few chebbies, which is nice, but no, it was just a great effort, and I owe a lot to the boys. It was fantastic.
Got a bloke alongside you, Brent, Brodie Smith, all Australian form. He's hardly put a foot wrong this year.
Yeah, he's playing outstanding footy. The way he reads the play, and his kicks elite. The way he's playing, and Matty Ench is playing outstanding footy too, and along with Tales. So those three down there have been really stable for us, and they're playing some great footy.
I've said this before, but that's the standard now, isn't it, Radar? That's the standard. You got your offence right, you got your defence right. When you didn't have the footy, your structures, your setups were right. That's now the standard for the rest of the year.
Yeah, the organisation out there was sensational, Rowie. Probably wouldn't have heard it, but the voice and the communication out there was the best I've heard it for a while. Brilliant. So, we've been training really well, but for some reason we just go through peaks and troughs, and we had some troughs today, but I think we just really bounced back well and really put some pressure on them, and I think that's what broke them. Our pressure on the footy was outstanding.
47,000 again, Rolls. I mean, what's it like out there? How does it feel being there, and how much noise are they making the crowd?
Yeah, it's pretty loud out there. It's almost like an amphitheatre out there with the big stands, and the crowd's been sensational all year, and hopefully we can string some few wins together, and we can get 50,000 plus for every home game we play. It'd be fantastic.
Now, Radar, on our day with a milestone game, we could have a couple of little frothies after a win. Will you give yourself the luxury of a couple of little frothies tonight with the boys?
Certainly will, Rowie. Got the crew over from Gisborne back home in Victoria, so I think I'll be making the most of it tonight, mate.
Well done, mate. We're proud of you from the 5AA room up here. Yeah. The number 3, you've worn it proud now for 200 games. Hope there's many left in your Radar. Well done, mate.
Thanks very much, boys. Thank you.
Fantastic effort, and a really good guy brilliant. Too. He stuck it out here through the thick and the thin. He's had a couple of great years too. I reckon Macca, when he was 27, 28, had two of his best years for the club. Really blossomed.
I'll tell you what, we only have to go back to 2012. He was in the All-Australian squad.
Yeah, 28,
He was the number 1 player in the AFL for chop-off marks.
Well, he's 31 later this year, so you're coming towards the end. But he looked fresh, didn't he?
Oh, he was terrific. Well done.
Get some confidence back, the fact that he can come in. He's played well in the state league side, come in here. He'd take a lot of confidence out of that. And he has got a lot of football left in him.
Of course he has.
And, I think that, coming back from such a big injury like that is going to take you time to actually find your feet and get back to where you should be.
We're going to take a break. Still to come, the awards and also the Brent Sanderson presser. The Crows home by 36 points, and they did it beautifully too. The final score, 16-13 to 10-13, 6 straight goals. For the Crows, Kerridge kicked 4, Eddie Betts back to his brilliant best 3, 2 to Jenkins and 2 to Podge Adelaide. 822 300 if you want to have your say.
Fiveaa Flash Scores.
Here's Sam Reynolds with a look at
Cordo.
Hi, Jan.
I got a few acres of land, and next thing I get a letter from the NRM board saying that they want to come in and inspect my property to see if it's suitable to hold a goat. So I wrote and told them if they're going to hop over the fence, my Rottweiler will put them back quicker than they come over.
Good for you. Jeremy Cordeaux, weeknights from 8 on 1395 5AA.
Your outdoor entertaining area can be fabulous all year round with a little help from Shade Tech, formerly Blind Tech. Shade Tech can fit you out with superior quality outdoor blinds and awnings, keeping your outdoor area cooler in summer and warmer in winter. And unlike other places, you won't pay the earth for them. There's no middleman, just superior quality blinds at very affordable prices. The Zip Track range is versatile and will suit any style. Enjoy the great outdoors all year round. Call 8283 3477 or visit shadetech.net.au. Electricity costs are going through the roof, but Solar Heart is here to free you. Switch to Solar Heart Solar Hot Water and save 50 to 90% of your water heating energy use. Install Solar Heart solar power panels and reduce your electricity bills even more. Interest-free terms are available and over $2,000 in government incentives still apply when you buy a Solar Hot Water Solar Power combo. So don't wait. Go to solarheart.com.au.
Shopping at Adelaide Fresh is always yummalicious. And because of that great taste, nothing gets wasted. You actually save money. If you love sweet and juicy, the Queensland strawberries and Riverland navel oranges have arrived. Perfect for the school lunchbox. And the apples, yum, they're all here. Pink Lady, Royal Gala, Granny Smith, Fuji, Jazz and more. Adelaide Fresh. You'll be amazed by the value.
Adelaide Fresh and flavours filled, yummalicious, Mum!
Adelaide Fresh at Prospect and Morford Vale, and Tony and Mark's at Newton and Glenunga.
For 30 years, Stein Bonner Holden in Gawler has been well worth a trip. And right now, you'll save on SA's largest selection of low-K executive-driven vehicles direct from Holden. 2013 VE SV6Z series from just $24,990. That's right, $24,990. And 2013 Cruise from only $14,990. Incredible value. Call 8522 4222 or go to steinbonnerholden.com.au. Stein Bonner Holden. It's well worth a trip. S496 AVY. Excludes government charges. LMVD 2833.
I just love getting away with the family, but before I head off on a holiday, the first thing that gets packed is the Engel portable fridge freezer. If you don't have one, you're mad, but now's a great time to grab one. Get into Snowy's Outdoor, Richmond Road, Keswick, and buy any Engel from the MT range and you'll score a pair of Spotter's Fury polarised glasses, an Engel backpack and baseball cap, all worth $350. Don't hang about. This Engel winter promo ends in July. Engel, the legend in reliability.
Trust your flick man, he's the answer.
Did you know that 1 in 4 Australian homes are affected by termites? In fact, termites may be eating away at your home right now. Call your local Flickman today on 13 14 40 and receive a 25% discount on our pest control packages and 10% off our professional termite inspections. Remember, one flick and they're gone. Call 13 14 40 now.
Remember, one flick and they're gone.
That's 13 14 40.
This is 5AA football.
Walking behind him, Will Bent now. Runs the boundary again, step on goal. He's kicked it! He's kicked it! One of the goals of the year to little Eddie Betts.
You'll never see better. Ever.
He's kicked a lot of goals, but none better than that one. And he knows it too. Wow, absolute brilliant goal. Well, a couple of wows, and he knows it. I reckon he did too, little Eddie. The pants were wobbling in the breeze, flapping out. We reckon he may have been a smidge out, but who cares? The theatre was he kicked the goal of the year, and it'll take a good one to beat that one too.
Well, was Buddy Franklin's 70-metre goal off one step better?
No. Well, no.
Or the one where he stepped in front of Ali Paddy Carlisle
Both
and bombed it from 55
But you know
better?
Buddy can do that all the time.
If Buddy didn't play that game, Port win.
True.
If Port Adelaide had Polak and a fit Harlett for the whole game, they win.
Hey, that loss will do Port no harm at all.
Yeah, no, they were
They're
good.
still sitting at top.
Hey, give us your 3-2-1, our 5AA Telstra footy feedback. Who's your 3-2-1? Because we're really struggling here in our commentary box, the You Install It Kitchens commentary box. 82230000 or 1999 1395. Now, come on, 19th man. I've been set a task here. Wilds called for callers and we got one. And I said, I bet you I get two.
We got two, but one wasn't allowed.
No, one wasn't allowed. Yeah, I think they both had a few too many sherbets. So give us your 3-2-1 because Bones got to put it in. It's very important. our Foodland.
And was the umpiring good tonight? They normally
the
fire up over
umpiring
it. Doesn't matter when you win, does it?
Who's with me that the GM of footy ops for the AFL, Mark Evans, needs to immediately, and I mean as in tonight or by the latest Monday, change the holding the ball rule?
The interpretation of it.
The interpretation of that is wrecking the fabric of the game.
Can't do it tonight.
There were I don't give a stuff. He's got to do it. Will, it's okay. I'm getting cross now. It is wrecking the fabric of the game, bunch. Who agrees? Hands up. Yep. Who agrees?
Bring back the geesh.
Where is prior opportunity when you've won a contestable? Who was the one in that forward line? Won it brilliantly. I think it might have been Eddie or somebody, and then 10 blokes roll on top of him. He had no chance of getting it out and no free kick.
It was the Lukey Brown one where he just got one off hands.
It is the biggest frustration of our game. 8223 0000 5AA. Telstra footy feedback line.
Well, 1-1. Let's go to Doug. Hi, Doug.
Yeah, I reckon Sam Kerridge played well because he's usually a dagger and he managed to kick 4 goals, so that's pretty good. And I reckon Matty Wright played well because he's a little looser and he's my favourite player, so go Matty Wright, go Sam Kerridge.
He is brilliant. What about Rory Sloane? Is he up there?
Rory Sloane, his contested marks, he just takes them every single week, so he takes a ripper contested mark, and it's just like, Rory Sloane took another ripper mark. That's great.
Hey, Dougie, were you at the game? You're a bit hoarse.
Yeah, no, I've been screaming too much. I've been at the game. I don't miss a game, so go the Mighty Crows.
Yeah.
Well done,
Get
Dougie.
the old strepsil down the back of the tonsils. Bone, you got the ladder?
Yes, I do have the ladder, a sort of halfway mark of round 13. Port Adelaide on top, 10 wins, but their margin on top has just narrowed a fraction. Hawthorn in second place, along with Sydney in third, both on 9 wins. Fremantle occupy 4th spot, just for the night only, maybe. 8 wins. Collingwood in 5th, Geelong 6th, North Melbourne in 7th spot, and the Gold Coast 8th. The Crows sitting still in 10th spot with 6 wins, 24 points, and a percentage of 104. So no rise so
just
far.
Joined us today too. Freo, workmanlike against Richmond, won by 20 points. West Coast by 3, Sydney by 4. And Adelaide by 36.
Give us your 321 822 30000. And who's with me? We need to change that rule.
Come back to that because here's the coach, Brent Sanderson.
The players they're incredibly proud, driven young side, and we all were disappointed with that second half we had against Fremantle last week. And thankfully, on a 6-day break, coming back from Perth, the boys played for 4 quarters, which, as I say, it seems in all the wins, when you play for 4 quarters and you get an even contribution from your entire team, you typically get a pretty hard team to play against. And there were some extra things, though. You know, Brent Reilly's 200th game was an important milestone for our club and our team. He's very well liked and respected amongst our playing group, and rightly or wrongly, players do find a little extra for those milestone games. People always challenge you, you know, how can they or they shouldn't be able to find extra energy or extra passion in milestone games, but most clubs do. And also, too, fantastic tonight. We had about 120 past players here tonight, which was driven through the footy club and also through Rod Jamieson, one of our former players. And a lot of them were in the rooms pre-game. There was a guard of honour when the players ran out. So it was just a nice... it felt like the players... they had a lot of pride in the jumper, it felt tonight, you know. And that what we need to work on is to provide that consistently. We shouldn't need to draw upon a Brent Reilly milestone or having all the past players here. Every time you put on the jumper, we need to see that 4-quarter performance like we did saw tonight.
This is 7 weeks in a row that you've
Yeah, win-loss, win-loss.
Is it, as a coach, is it easy to pick during the week how the team's travelling, or are you surprised as anyone matched?
It's difficult to pick. I mean, it feels like we had a good week in the lead up to this match, but it felt like that leading over for Fremantle too. We put exactly the amount of time and energy into preparing for every opposition, but we sometimes get some inconsistencies with a young, inexperienced squad, but it's disappointing when you see what we saw tonight, and then you look back in the first 10 games previous to this, or 11 games previous to this, and say, why isn't that consistent? So we'll just keep working behind the scenes. We can be patient, we can be tolerant in behaviours, but when we play 4 quarters, we're tough to beat.
The specific qualities of your game that you think stood out tonight that weren't there last week, really needed to be hammered this time?
I think the most important part for me tonight was the times when North Melbourne really came at us, that we were able to stand up to it. We were able to absorb the pressure. Fremantle, we know, fantastic defensive side, and they bring the heat as well as anybody. But we crumbled under that last week in the second half. But tonight, when we were challenged, North Melbourne are a fantastic side. They've taken some big scalps this year, and we knew this was going to be a tough game. So we didn't start that well. First 10 minutes was really scrappy. But for the remainder of the game, it felt like we were able to control it.
Most significant was where you hemmed them in. Wouldn't let them have their, trademark sort of run out of defence, particularly with they like to run it out. So how do you get that to happen for you this week?
Yeah, spot on. That's the cornerstone of North Melbourne's game. We were able to handle their extra defender, so that for them generates their run and carry game from half back. It was a big step forward for our forward group tonight. So Podsy, Adelaide, Walker, Jenkins, Wright, Kerridge. Most of the night they were outnumbered, but we were still able to score 16 goals, 13 from 59 entries. And the times when North Melbourne tried to run and carry it out of defence, we were able to intercept it, turn it over, and then get almost a score from the re-entry. So I thought their forward pressure, their ability to defend when they were outnumbered, was as good as I've seen this year from that group.
You managed to handle the way the pace of the game was going to be played.
Yeah, you always look for perfection as a coach, but there's certainly times in the game that I was getting really frustrated. Or the coach's box was really frustrated, where it felt like we had momentum and we should have gone for the kill, and we just took the foot off the gas a little bit at times. But you have to understand this is a brutal game. The energy that these guys play out up and down the ground. So at times I think, rightly or wrongly, we'll have to look at it in the review. The players probably played a bit safe when we do prefer them to take the game on a bit more.
Did you tell them to go more towards the kick than the handball this time around?
Not really, no. I can't remember that being as one of our key points, but we are a kicking team. That's part of our game plan. We do prefer to kick the ball rather than overuse the handball. Depends on the pressure you're getting from the opposition too. You typically handball a lot more when you feel like they're coming at your frontal pressure. But yeah, we did kick the ball a bit better forward tonight. Our kicking efficiency, I don't know. I know some guys were well under 50. Brody Martin comes on and plays one quarter and kicks 4 points. So I think he kicked at 33%. But across the board, I think we were slightly better, but it's an area that we're constantly working on. It's probably the number one area that we're focusing on behind the scenes is to improve our ability to hit targets and kick under pressure.
Is the battle in the war there, the one of Jacobs against Goldstein, how did you score that one?
I like Sam's game. I thought he was pretty influential. Once again, I don't think Sam was at his Sandler's best ruck competition, but that was a really good battle tonight. It was important for us to see Sam, or physically just to see him compete at every single stoppage that he could, and I thought he did that pretty well. And he's pretty handy around the ground too. So really, really proud of his effort tonight.
So how do you manufacture something now for next week?
I guess that's the art of coaching. I am really hard on this group. So there's no celebrations in our rooms tonight. They certainly enjoy the win. We congratulated them on the success in relation to Brent Reilly's milestone game. Enjoy the win. It's true to the playing group. This, like our fans, we cannot accept just this up and down good good week, bad week. It has to stop soon. It has to end. And you can't, like you said, you can't manufacture extra reasons to get yourself up. It has to be driven by individuals. It has to be driven by our young leadership group, that our behaviours and our standards are maintained every week. Sometimes the effort and intensity there and you lose. My favourite game in my coaching career was the Hawthorn preliminary final loss. And it's strange for a coach to say that his favourite game was a loss, but in that game, where 22 players just played out of their skin, they could not execute any better, but it was a loss. As a coach, as strange as it sounds, our boys gave everything they possibly had in that game of footy, but it was a loss. And that's what I think our fans want to see, is win, lose or draw, see the effort that we saw tonight consistently. And some games we'll lose. But if what we saw tonight, if the energy, if the excitement, if the passion, the aggression, almost the anger at times, if that's there consistently, our fans will be happy.
Good on you, Sando. Said that pretty well too. Brent and Sanderson far happier, man. Look, a couple of calls and we're going to have the awards. Then we are off. Andrew Reimer back in the studio. Big win to Adelaide Crows, 36 points. Port Adelaide down by 4. A remarkable game. And GWS had their first away win in their short history. We won't call for more calls, but let's go to Frank. Hi, Frank.
How you going, mate?
Good.
Yeah, excellent.
You're 3-2-1?
Yeah. Brett Reilly.
Yep.
Rory Sloane and Eddie Betts.
Well done. Thanks for that, Frank. Tim.
How you going, Tim? Or is Sarah there?
Oh, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. You got a 3-2-1 for us, love?
Yeah, Brodie Smith, Rory Sloane and Pod.
Ooh, nearly got.
She's nearly close there.
I reckon.
Girl.
And our last caller for the night.
She might have you covered, Bone.
Tim. Hi, Tim.
Yeah, g'day. I just wanted to I talked about the umpires tonight. I was pretty happy with the Crows win, but Rowie, I agree with you 100% on the holding the ball rule. I think it's been brought in to speed the game up, but what it's actually done is, they've jumped on the ball and they hold it in, and it doesn't speed it up at all. It just holds it up, and obviously that last call in the goal square was ridiculous. But not happy with it. Not happy.
Yeah, look, I don't want to tip it on the umpires.
Oh, now you're saying
No, I didn't in the call. No, I didn't in the call. But we've got to, as a collective football family, that's all of us, somehow try and change this rule. It is wrecking the game. End of story.
Tim, Bone, you got the very important awards, and they've been sitting back there patiently.
Yes, David Wildy, 5AA, Phil Hoffman, travel goal of the day, goal of the year contender. There was only one man today. There was only one man.
There's only one Eddie Betts.
There it is.
Got to be goal of the year.
One Eddie Betts.
Close.
And it's surely 5AA Adelaide Fresh, Tony and Mark's mark of the day and mark of the year contender. The third out of wing.
There's only one J-Pod.
You did call him the iPod.
Yeah, J-Pod, yeah, no, it's good.
Max Bashir medal thanks to Foodland for value, for range and for choice. 1 vote, S. Thompson. 2 votes, Rory Sloane, and 3 votes, B. Smith.
He'd be leading out by the length of the straight.
Yeah,
Don't forget to Rooch and Leith tomorrow morning. Then more footy on 5AA.
Listening into that.
Hall of Famer Mac.
I believe Leith has got an absolute bombshell to drop tomorrow.
Is that right?
I don't want to preempt anything, but I believe Leith.
B. Smith and B. Shell. Well done there. We're looking forward to that. Thanks for that, Bone. Thanks to Rowie, Andrew McLeod, David Wildy signing off. It's a great win to Adelaide Crows, and this is how it unfolded. Lutton gave it to Douglas. They're all combining here. Pot down, they combine up. Pulling the first to the 9. Get the big pot kicking in. Well done to Crows. It's exactly what they ordered. Walker be well bent now. Runs the boundary again.
He's kicked it.
Goals in the year to little Eddie Betts.
You'll never see better. Ever.
He's kicked a lot of goals, but none better than that one. And he knows it too. Absolute brilliant goal.
Taylor Walker.
Leans back. Umpire says that's nice, Taylor.
He's going to take 3 steps on the left leg. Oh, Jay on special there. Left should give it. Kerridge a late goal. Harvey won
Rory's got a big horse. He needs one. It's going to Kerridge came in. Kick back. And the clock echoes there. Little Eddie had a good first quarter, been quiet.
Then the other.